All right, all right, all right. We are back again. We are back again on another lovely night. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you once again for taking the opportunity to listen to us, to walk up in here, pop a squat, get a cigar, get a whiskey with us, and sit down for one of the best podcasts you're ever going to hear, the Bison Lounge. And I, of course, am your handsome host, Noe, joined by the very handsome, slick back hair, but let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, very mentally disturbed Manuel.
What's going on, my friend?
What's going on, Manuel?
Not much, dude.
Not much.
It's
You look a little tense. You look a little tense right now. Are you all right? You're kind of freaking me out.
No, I'm good, man. You know,
Put your pants down like last time, are you?
Hey, I wanted to show my schmeat, man. I wanted to show
You said you wanted to compare sizes.
You wanted to compare sizes, so I showed you my
Trying to
schmeat.
make me look bad in front of my old lady?
Shit. I get it. You get.
You get?
You get.
I got. I'm gonna stand on business.
Oh, yeah, dude. Everything's been good, man. Chill week. Work.
Work.
We got more of them Handyman Chronicles stories to tell, but
Well, please share.
absolutely, my friend. Let me ask you something, my friend.
Ask.
Have you ever, in your life,
Suck dick? No. I heard stories.
yeah, I heard stories about it. You know, people get the taste out of their mouth with some whiskey. But anyway, have you ever in your life done a job and somebody offers up their body as payment?
Yes.
Yes,
but gladly I refused.
Yeah.
But I still beat myself in the neck after realizing how much of a fool I was.
Really? Because, I mean, I don't know whether I should beat myself up over this because it happened to me. Just recently it happened to me. Yeah.
Tell.
Well, I'm not going to say any names. I'm not going to say what they do. But, I mean, it was a client. When it did a job for her.
Okay.
Oh,
it's a her. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. No. Absolutely. Stunning woman. So I went to go to their house because it's a couple.
Okay.
It's a couple. I usually get hired by women as a handyman because their men don't have the time.
Of course.
At one point, I was known as a neighborhood Sancho for some fucking reason, but I don't do that. I don't because you gotta keep a sense of professionalism,
Of course.
in your job because it's
your
your
name on the line.
Exactly, my friend. So at this lady's house, I went over there. She wanted me to do something for her. I'm not going to say too many details.
Okay.
After the job was done, she goes, I have to run to the bank, but if there's another form of payment, please let me know. And I told her, sure, there's Cash App, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, and all those other things. Or you can write me a check, or you can give me cash. She goes, is there any other way? I'm like,
While she's bending over. That's all hanging out. Is there any other way?
is there any other way? Completely naked in the fucking doorway? No. She was just like very insistent. Is there any other way? Is there any other way? Like constantly. And keep in mind, just that morning, I had met her husband that was leaving to work. And we had a good conversation. The guy even said like, hey man, my fridge is full of water, Gatorades, and beer. Help yourself to any of those
Do you think
things.
he meant his wife was the fridge?
I don't fucking know.
Wife filled with beer, water.
This gentleman, like, he went out of his way. And, like, the cool thing is the guy's a classy gentleman, too. I saw a box of cigars, and I even told him, like, hey, I dabble in the wild side myself, you know?
I, too, am a gentleman of the arts.
Gentlemen, I see you're a man of culture as well. And we started talking about cigars. We literally had a conversation about cigars.
Okay.
No joke.
I love a good conversation about cigars.
And I even told him, like, about, the podcast, how we drink whiskey and all that stuff. And he's like, wow, that's very interesting, my friend. Hopefully, if you're here afterwards, we'll talk about it. I'm like, dope. Have a nice day, my friend. Hope you have a good day at work, amicably. Cool guy.
Great guy.
And then out of nowhere, his wife's over here showing cleavage, saying, like, is there any way? Like, just insistently. And
You should have just been like, well, I've been thinking about taking crypto, so if you got crypto.
That's a good idea. I should have done that. Yeah. But no, like, eventually it got to the point where she's just like, okay, let me run to the bank. All right. And she did.
She's all pissed.
She looked pissed. She looked pissed because okay, when it comes to my type of work, dude, I'm not the type of guy that's gonna be like, oh, this is gonna cost you like around $5,000, because this has to be. I'm not gonna put up any bullshit for you. I'm here to help you out, so where you leave happy and I leave happy. I'm for the people.
Oh yeah, that you are for the people.
For the people.
For the people.
Generally women, but anyways, I'm just not gonna fucking fuck up my reputation like that, because you know that the moment that you do it for one person, it catches on, and then next thing you know, your name's getting dragged through the mud, and so I declined this lady. I didn't literally say like no. She just got frustrated. She's like, let me go get money then, with a bit of attitude.
Yeah.
And she made me wait in my truck for 30 minutes as she went to the bank that was like literally like maybe like 4 blocks down for cash. Yeah. I on the way home after she gave me the cash, she's like, here you go. Thank you for your work. Bye. Just closes the door. Yeah, closes the door. I'm like, damn, did I do that bad of a job or something? And so I started putting two together. I'm like, damn, should I have gone through it? Shouldn't I have? Did I fuck up? Did I do the right thing? At the end of the day, I know I did the right thing. I did it.
Probably secretly a conspiracy. The husband wanted her to do it, and he's like secretly record. He has video cameras in his house. They're secretly OnlyFans fucking publishers.
Holy fuck, dude. Damn, I never thought.
No, do me in the bedroom. No, and then in the kitchen, but at this certain angle.
At this certain angle. You ever heard of a rusty trombone? A what?
A what?
A what? It was one of those moments where I'm like, did I fuck up or did I do a good thing?
I think you did a good thing.
Yeah.
I think you did a good thing.
I believe so too, my friend. I believe so too. Don't drag my name through the mud. That's the thing.
Of course, don't drag Manuel's name through the mud. He already did that a long time ago.
I'm already mentally disturbed enough, so
we all know it. We all know it.
But that's one of the things that happened. And of course, the usual accidents and stuff like that. My ladder flipped for some reason.
Your ladder?
Yeah, I don't know where. So I had like my A-frame, my 10-foot A-frame. So I was doing this job with the gutters. So I was cleaning out some gutters, and when I was like straightening them out for this client, I don't know nowhere. I shit you not. This is too stupid to make up. The ladder just starts tilting. I'm like, I know I'm not drunk, so why the fuck am I moving? I looked down, and the one of the legs was on grass.
Oh shit!
And it was sinking in. Next thing you know, dude, I'm fucking flying. Just fuck this shit. Bam! Luckily, I landed on my feet. But man, as you get older, that shit hurts.
Shit hurts.
It fucking hurts.
You're getting one of those hardcore handyman guys. It sounds like someone got an Amazon ladder. Should have went to Home Depot. It's a 10-foot ladder. Shit, I got a 14 right here.
14 shit. You got what? You got a Harbor Freight? Man, I got DeWalt, bro.
DeWalt. Hey, speaking of that, by tool standards, Harbor Freight's making a comeback. They're starting to become the #1 tool spot now.
And it doesn't surprise me because, okay, so when I used to work for a company, the name of Harbor Freight was taboo for us.
Oh, yeah.
It was taboo. Yeah, like if you told them like, yeah, I got this drill at Harbor Freight, they would look at you like, don't we pay you? Like they would look like, don't we pay you?
You don't pay you enough?
What the fuck? Like, but as time went by and I started like noticing a couple things at Harbor Freight, a couple of my gun cases are from Harbor Freight, and they're really good fucking gun cases.
Gun cases?
Mm-hmm.
Harbor Freight sells gun cases?
Yeah. Where you can draw out the outline of the gun, and you can make it to where like the gun is snugly in there.
Did you draw him like one of those 9-year-old fucking shootings guns where it's just like a fucking rectangle with a square right under? I was like, yeah, I want a frame from this gun.
Yeah.
It's like, can you be more specific, sir? No, it's a gun.
It's a gun. Doesn't look like, it looks like a pecker.
It looks like a pecker.
Wrong side. I'm sorry.
Side. Oh, wrong paper. Wrong paper.
That's my fucking interview paper. Sorry. But yeah, no, they've been making a comeback. I'm actually surprised at how good some of their tools are. I mean, I've even bought scaffolding from them, and
oh really?
I mean, I haven't died, so.
I bought AC gauges from them the other day.
Oh, yeah.
I'll be putting a air compressor, AC compressor from my great grandmama. Gotta trust the grandma, you know.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Because she takes advantage of her nephew, her grandson. I've installed a water pump, a radiator. Not charged her. But she makes you some food, so you can't go wrong with that. It's grandma.
Yeah, they pay you with love and food.
But behind her back, I'm talking the maddest shit. I'm like, you fucking hag.
I can't wait to take your house.
I can't wait till you go. No, I love you, grandma.
Absolutely. You gotta love
Just like, what, mijo? What's up, baby?
What you got problem? Let me show you what I can do with the chocolate.
But besides that, what have you? My week. I know. I'm sorry. Do you have any more chronicles?
Well, I'm gonna leave it at that for right now. I'm gonna bring them back in a little bit, but I want to hear what you got going on. What happened on your?
Actually, not much. This has been pretty, just a regular work week. Nothing crazy. Nothing out of the ordinary. I just see no crackhead on the fucking show. Even though Stone Cold, we saw your comments, Stone Cold. Supposedly it was you.
Mm-hmm.
And if that was you, I'm gonna give you. Surprisingly, I'm glad you made it. First of all, there was nothing on the news. I'm glad you made it, but I'll say Killer Gatsu, you should probably be in some DDR fucking tournaments right there.
Or a remake of Thriller.
Yeah, or a remake of Thriller, dude.
Shit,
yeah, you're fucking bust. Yeah, dead of night, no lights, nothing.
That takes some balls.
That's balls,
that
man.
takes some,
that dude be slaying.
That's a bison right there.
That's a real bison.
Sorry, real bison.
Don't let that man around your wife.
Well, yeah, take her in a heartbeat. What wife? He's already got her.
Mm-hmm. But overall, that was it. Nothing crazy. Just a regular work week for me, honestly. And it's starting to get hot.
Yeah,
it's getting hot here in Texas, people.
Yeah,
and it's not even summer yet. Or is it considered? No, it's not considered summer. Is it already considered summer?
Yeah.
If it's considered summer, it's really fucking hot for early summer.
That is true, though. Yeah,
it's really fucking hot.
We're hitting the triple digits and early on.
Early on, triple digits. And I just want to point out that. So I have a thing, okay, people. Now my thing's a bit crazy. It's to some people. I'm not no David Goggins crazy and stuff. So what I usually do is I'll get a sauna suit and go in my garage and sweat my balls off, either deadlifting or squats or just jump rope.
Literally sweat your balls.
Literally sweating my balls off. And like the other day, my assistant / girlfriend, that's what she likes to call herself.
Mm-hmm.
Which props, lovely lady. She the title she wants, she's still got a long way to go. But
she wants the CEO title.
Yeah, she wants the queen title. But right now she's still in the jester title.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
She's got a long.
Love what they do. She's got a long way to go. But anyway, she came in here. I was sweating my balls off. She's like, "Hey, I'm in the mood. Let's fuck." And I was like, "Joke's on you, because I'm getting fucked right now." I was fucking dying. I was like, "Fuck you." It's like, "Fuck you."
Don't you got time for that?
Yeah, you got your fingers. Get the fuck on out of here.
You trying to get? You ain't get.
You ain't get. You ain't get. But no, overall, I just want to say the heat's fucking unbearable right now. It's not even August, man. I can only imagine what August is gonna be like.
Oh, dude. I mean, that lake that you were the trips to the rivers that you used to take back with your family are looking pretty good right now, man.
They're looking pretty good. I'm not doing them.
We need to go to tubing, man. St. Marcus.
No, I ain't doing no tubing, man.
I'm down for some tubing.
You're Mexican, dude.
Of course I am. The fuck do you think I am? I'm ghetto. Fuck.
I want to sit on a fucking pool of water going down a stream in this heat. Fuck that.
Why not?
Cause
with the whiskey in one hand and the cigar just going down the river really well.
Oh, you got me with the cigar. But you'll get a Karen who's like, "What is that in your hand? What is that? I have children." It's like, man, fuck your kids.
Fuck your kids. Fuck you and your couch.
But no, overall, that was it. And yeah, like I said, heat. But Manuel, let's let the people know what we've been playing lately.
What have I been playing? I've actually
besides our dicks, but yes, what have we been?
I'm slapping them around. I've been playing some Dead Island 2.
I saw you playing that the other day, actually, and I wanted to tell you, pathetic.
No. You think you can survive?
You think you could survive on an island? Oh, and one more thing. Sorry, but about the. You know what? Give me 1 second. Continue where you're saying. I gotta read this comment that Stone Cold left about the zombie thing. Remember?
Oh yeah.
We were talking about. Okay, so I just gotta. I'm gonna try to input a little segment. You remember the old "You got mail"?
Yes.
I want to put that.
That'd be dope.
If we try replying to people.
Yeah,
you got mail. I don't know if it's trademarked.
It's probably by AOL. Then they got bought out by shit.
Amazon.
Did they?
No.
Okay, I was about to say, damn.
Disney buying everything out. Yahoo.
Shit.
But to answer, so last week we talked about if we would make it in a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
And our good friend Stone Cold, he said, if I were in a zombie apocalypse, I would fortify my home or find a place that was high and overlooked everything. I built a huge high fence to protect my place, which a fence ain't gonna work, my friend. I live off the land. Well, I'll give you that. You gotta get an island. I grow my food and fish and hunt to survive. Well, this is the guy that'll steal your bitch no matter what. Or he's even fucking stealing her on this comment. This comment alone's getting women wet. God damn. He's a fucking boss. It's just like, I'll get my own island, grow my own food and shit. Calm down, caveman.
Yeah.
God damn. But that's it.
Damn.
I just wanted to give him the segment of an answer.
So, I mean, yes, that's good. I want to ask though, like, so when you would say that you'd live off the land, you wouldn't, like, for example, I myself would first start off with the shit that I have at home.
Oh, of course.
Canned food, fucking, like, if there's any perishables, guess what? Put that bitch on ice, dude. You know, all that good stuff. Now, where would you start getting all these things? Because remember, supermarkets are getting raided.
Yeah.
They're getting raided to the fucking up the ass, dude. They're getting taken. You go to a nursery, I'm pretty sure a lot of those fruit trees are already been taken, for sure. We would like to know, where would you get, like, most of these things that you would live off the land? Or, like, are you talking about, like, wild berries and stuff like that, you know? Wild berries. Because some of those cost some fucking chorro and that fucking hurts. But no, thanks for the comment. I love your idea. Good thoughts on the fortifying your home.
Mm-hmm.
The fence, you're going to have to, like, make some hardcore fortifications with that fence, because if you just put up a chain link,
just a chicken wire fence.
chicken wire fence, man, bro, those zombies are gonna bulldoze through that shit.
Yeah.
Now, funny thing we mentioned that, because so, like I said, I was playing Dead Island, and last time we were talking about, like, what if they were the 28 days later. Did you see that the 28 years later movie is
28 months?
No, it's 28 years.
They went 28 years?
There's a new one coming out.
Yeah, I know, but I thought it was months.
No, it's
not months.
It's years. 28 years later.
Those fuckers. They're supposed to be months and then years.
Because they have 28 days and then 28 weeks.
And then it should have been months.
It should have, but they did 28 years.
Well, I guess maybe to make it
advance it
because it's been a while.
Yeah.
For those movies, it's been over 10 years.
The main characters are probably all old now.
That, but also I don't really like when they jump like weeks and months and even years. The probability of those people being alive are very fucking low. But it's not in the movie arcs, not in like real life.
No, absolutely. But what I was saying is that we were can't talk. We were putting ourselves in the universe of 28 Days Later. Now, recently, since I've been playing Dead Island 2, says you're right. There's something wrong with my voice. I noticed, what if instead of the running zombies, we had different variations of zombies?
See, we're dead. We're dead.
Because
we're talking about spitters,
the bloaters, that shit, like sort of like The Last of Us.
Yeah,
The
Last of Us. Or I'm thinking of Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead.
It's like the different variations of zombies where it doesn't even matter if you use, because if we had Walking Dead zombies, this is kind of like where I kind of take into account the whole, they're Walking Dead zombies. People talk that if they're just like walkers and stuff, which is what they're called, walkers. Oh yeah, no, we got this. I mean, the show is proving a point that we don't.
Oh yeah,
that we don't. We're literally living like from location to location. If a horde pops on, we're fucked. Now, I want to say, and this is coming from an old friend of mine that would say, like, and how I said it before, if there was a whole line of just like a bunch of shotgun toting maniacs, we could probably take out a whole horde in no time.
Yeah.
But if they're runners, we're gonna need some serious fucking firepower. Now, I said last time here in Texas we would make it, especially here in San Antonio, because we're military city.
Yeah.
How many bases do we have here?
There's like at least 3, right?
Fort Sam, Lackland. We have we don't have what's it called, Kelly anymore. It turned into Port San Antonio. There was another 2 that can't remember the name.
We got one thing that nobody else has, though, and I'll tell you what that is. It's our secret weapon. Are you ready?
What was it?
The Alamo.
Holy shit. That would be so dope to fucking afford.
Last fucking Resistance is at the Alamo.
Yeah, no shit. The Last Stand.
The last real Alamo reincarnated with zombies.
That would be so fucking dope, dude. Because they already have the fucking, like, where you can, like, shoot over the walls and stuff, fortify the windows, fortify the doors. It's a fucking fortress.
Yeah, it's a fortress.
It's a fucking fortress. And then in the middle of the city.
Yeah, in the middle of the city.
So that means, well, not exactly in the middle, but yeah, it's around there.
Yeah.
You have so many places you can loot from there. Just work your way out. Work your way out. And then come back, Alamo, you're set. Dude, not a bad fucking idea. No shit.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah.
I don't know what the idea is.
Yeah. But going back to it, what if now let's put it in the universe of Dead Island, the Left 4 Dead, those types where there's different variations of zombies. You don't think one of those hulking fucking zombies could take down? You think you were fucked completely?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh. Fuck.
Yeah, because I mean, like, I know a lot of people say like, "Oh, I'll have a sword, I'll have a machete."
You got that one. Well, you just get a bazooka. You have one.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But your best form of protection is going to be guns.
Oh yeah,
and you're gonna have to have at least one person that knows how to fucking reuse the shells, casings, and all that stuff, because you need to make more ammo.
Yeah.
Now finding gunpowder, all that sort of shit. There's gonna be that one guy like, oh yeah, no, you mix these 3 elements together and you get gunpowder. Where the fuck are we gonna get those elements? You know, that sort of thing. But let's put ourselves in that situation. We're in the Alamo. Big hulking fucking zombie comes and starts beating at the wall. They're still human, though. They're still human. So do you really think somebody... Let me put it this way. In real life, let's say Eddie Hall came and started beating on that wall. You think he could...
be fucked.
Do you think he would be able to break down that wall?
Hell yeah. After a while. Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so very much.
You got some high expectations of these people, man.
They're strong already. Can you imagine them fucking rampaging zombies? Shit, we fucked.
What's the latest record right now for his lift?
I don't know. All I know is they're like thousands of pounds, something will never achieve. Ain't got that height.
This is what I'm telling you. I believe that the fucking body is limitless, dude.
But they're tall, dude. They're fucking tall. That's strength. That's strength of the ass.
I don't think your height has anything to do with how good your strength is.
I think it does. Height really helps. That's why with shorter people, it's harder for them to stack the numbers up. They got to train extra harder. Not saying it's not possible. It's possible.
I don't know, man. I feel like the body's truly limitless.
He watches too much kung fu fucking movies.
I watched too much anime.
He watches too much of that bullshit anime. He thinks, they'll go Super Saiyan eventually.
Yeah, eventually we'll hit Super Saiyan.
Hit 2 and 3.
Oh, so damn, he's only 37 years old?
Yeah, he's young, bro. He's on his 50s or 40s.
What the fuck? I thought he was older, dude. I thought he was a little bit older than that. I thought he was like in his early 40s or something. And not because he looks it. I just thought that's...
Yeah, you would think, but no.
Damn, dude. That's crazy.
Dude was slaying some mad dick, I bet you. I feel bad. He's fucking tearing apart.
Well, let's see. Okay, let's see his... He's got the record in deadlift, doesn't he?
No, I think that's Thor. Same Thor or something.
So Eddie Hall holds the deadlift world record for the time lifting 500 kilograms, which is 1,102 pounds.
Dude, that's a lot of fucking weight.
That is, man. And like the guy like is like bleeding from his nose. Yeah. That's how intense that fucking lift is. Now, would you consider using knee sleeves and like wraps and all that?
For safety, yes.
But like, do you consider that an assisted thing?
No, it just tightens your muscle. That's it. It really puts pressure on your muscle to where like it doesn't it still could happen to where something could break, but it lowers the effect.
It lowers the effect.
Yeah, it really like tightens up your legs and all that.
So you don't think I don't know, because I feel like that's like the straps that I was talking to you about last time when we were here looking at your weight set. You don't think that's an assist at all?
No, not at all.
And I think Bjornsson, new world record.
Yeah, Tim Bjornsson
is 501 kilograms, 1,104.5 pounds.
God.
Which he achieved on May 2nd, 2020.
Fuck.
Damn.
That's a lot of fucking weight.
So
Dude.
he's the one that's got the record.
Yeah, that's the one I was saying. Thor, Ordenson, whatever. That fucking dude's fucking powerful, man.
Damn. And he is taller.
Yeah, he's tall as fuck, dude. That dude's tall.
He is tall as fuck. So
He's a little Kratos, man.
imagine if they put him as a God of War.
They should.
What's the name of the other guy? The Mountain. He was
The Mountain, yeah.
Does he have any records?
Probably does, but not records like that.
The world record. He's got 501, just like Thor.
Yeah. So he's there. He's up there.
He's up there to achieve the heaviest deadlift. Yeah, he's up there. Shit, dude. I wish I could lift that much, dude. But I don't. Here's the thing for me when it comes to lifting like that. Like, I don't want to get like that fucking
big.
that big. Yeah.
Well, to lift that much, you got to get big.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, you gotta work your muscles. Now, imagine those three as zombies.
Oh, fuck. Definitely fuck. We're getting game banged by 3 guys.
With 3 fucking strong men and shit. God damn, dude. It's crazy.
But back to your Dead Island, too. Like, how is it?
It's fun, dude. It's actually fun. I like the way they did the whole skill sets now and stuff. Like, yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm not even halfway through the fucking game, and I've already put like almost like 8 hours into it, and that's by the days.
Yeah, by the day.
I can only sit down for like maybe 30, 45, maybe an hour.
I remember playing part 1, and I enjoyed it. I never beat it. But the one video game that was zombie-based and like days that I did play and beat, I didn't do everything, but I did it, was Dead Rising, the first one for 360. Frank West.
Frank West, yeah.
He's covered wars, you know.
He's covered wars, yeah.
He's covered wars.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what, you know, that he says that, right?
Yeah.
It's wars, you know.
When he's in the chopper with the guy, I've covered wars, you know, and then he jumps out of the chopper.
Talking all badass.
Yeah.
Photographer.
Yeah. That's crazy, though, like how I did like Dead Rising.
I did, too.
I liked Dead Rising, too.
I did play, too. I never beat it. It's the same shit. It was just another slap of the same game.
Yes and no, and the aspects
like extras,
like you build your own weapons now and stuff like that. Any normal weapons, like for example, the ones that Frank West would use, they were like useless basically. He also rode a bike that you can modify the fuck out of, which was really fucking fun, dude.
Yeah.
Let's see, 3. I actually beat that on stream.
Really?
I beat that on
stream. That's the one where you're a mechanic, right?
You're Nick Ramos, the mechanic, and you make fucking cars also, dude, which is fun as fuck.
So me being a mechanic technician, that's one thing I always say, like, if zombie apocalypse ever did happen, I go to the shop because I work on dumpster trucks.
Right.
I work on big, like, rigs. I'd rig the fuck out of a dumpster truck because they're fucking. You should make a fucking killing weapon with those motherfuckers, dude.
I turned the fucking forks in front into a fucking saw blade.
Yeah, exactly.
Chainsaw or something. Yeah, dude.
And then you could just pack them in the packer and then just squish them.
Squish them with the fucking
the blade. They call it a blade.
So here's the thing. When it comes to like the smasher in the back. Because back in the day, it used to be in the back. You had to dump the trash cans in there.
Yeah.
And then you press a button and it would smash the trash, correct?
Yeah.
Now it's from the top.
Yeah.
Right? But it's still the same mechanic of a...
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same. It's a wall. It's a wall.
Have you ever had a situation where you picked up a dumpster, back when you were doing that, and there was a person inside the dumpster?
I haven't, because I work on them,
Uh-huh.
but I've been in the business for a good while, and I've met dudes who fucking done that. There was a guy, he retired, great guy, by the way, can't remember his name, so. Great guy, though, old guy, very knowledgeable man, but a little before he retired, I remember he came back, like, traumatized a little bit, and I was like, what's wrong with you? He's like, dude, I almost killed a lady.
What the fuck?
And I was like, what? And he said, because usually they start early, like I'm talking 2, 3, 4 in the morning, so it's dark out, you know, before anybody's up.
Yeah.
So he picked up a can, and it was a lady bum, asleep in a fucking trash can. And like
not a dumpster, a trash can.
No, a dumpster.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, like,
but I still say trash can.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It was a dumpster.
Yeah.
It was a dumpster. And like he had his radio full blast, and he barely heard her before he hit the fucking packer button, which is the wall.
Shut
pressure, the fucking killer lady. And like he heard like help. And like he had his radio, and he turned his radio down. He's like, he thought he heard something, and then he could hear this lady scream like help. I was like,
Oh shit!
fucking had to get the police and shit to get over there and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, so what's the protocol when that happens?
Well, I've never been in the situation of where, like, someone's stuck in there, but what I hear is they have to get a cleanup crew, because the only way to get, there's two ways. Either you could get a crane and lift them up from the top of the opening, or you have to open the tailgate, which
Releases all the trash.
releases all the trash. So that's why they had to get a cleanup crew.
Dude, so they don't have like some kind of hatch or anything that they can get out?
Well, there's a hat right there where you could get in, but where the wall was in the way.
Oh, so she was almost fucking
Yeah,
crushed.
she was almost crushed.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, she was almost dead.
That would have.
But believe me, there's been people where they have died getting crushed.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
Fucking. I don't even know what to think about that. Just getting smashed and that's it.
Smashed to death.
Yeah, damn.
Squished. That shit would happen like that. Like,
I mean, I don't think
like,
you would die right away. Yeah, no, I don't think
slow bleeding. It's just splat.
splat. And if your brain's not the one that's getting crushed, you're gonna feel every
You're
fucking
fucked,
thing. God damn. I mean, I'm glad for that lady that she got found out, and I can understand why your buddy over there would be kind of traumatized. Like, I almost killed someone.
Yeah, it's very traumatizing work.
Damn, that is crazy, my guy.
Yeah.
Damn. So going back to like the whole rigging the machine, wouldn't you like put like one of those little scoopers from the bulldozer, the bucket,
Yeah, I
and
put a
just
scooper and just scoop them.
scoop the zombie?
Or I put like modified chainsaws on the forks. That way, when you just have the forks down, the chainsaws are just going.
Nice,
You're just
nice.
going through the fucking zombies.
And it's funny because in the Dead Rising 3, you do make a vehicle like that.
Sure.
It's not a dumpster truck though. It's like I think it was like some kind of like
Moped.
no, you can modify a moped and a fucking bike. You put the front of a fucking bulldozer, the steamroller,
Huh?
and then the back of a Harley. You're just driving.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's fucking.
Yeah.
And then it has flamethrowers on the side.
Nice.
So it's dope. That's why I liked Dead Rising 3. Now 4,
I didn't know they made a 4.
you're Frank West again.
Really? Well, yeah, you're right.
You're Frank West again, and you're going through all this shit. And at the end, he spoiler alert, he sacrifices himself. And,
Wait, Frank West dies?
Yeah.
What?
But
He's not Frank West?
well, here's the thing. Here's the kicker.
He was a clone.
He was the clone of Frank West. Nah, dude. Like, so what happens is in the DLC, his body gets picked up. He gets bitten by walkers and he turns into a zombie and shit like that. And his body gets picked up and they're working on him, like, cause he's still conscious. He can still, like, be able to tell what's a human, what's a zombie.
Uh-huh.
And he's a zombie and he can't talk clearly. He just grunts. But some people were like, it's like he's trying to communicate with us, and he's just like, he's nodding his head, doing all this stuff. They're like, are you kidding me? So you can talk to us, Frank? And he's nodding his head. So the DLC, you're playing as zombie Frank West.
God, nah, I'm pissed.
Yeah. Everybody had the same
Yeah,
reaction.
Capcom. You have your goods, and then you have
Your bads, dude.
bastards. I hate you.
And it's funny because in 3, Chuck Green from 2, he pops out at the end. So this girl that Nick falls in love with, her name is like something blank K, and you don't know her real name until Chuck Green shows up, and he goes like, Katie, what the hell were you thinking about running away from me? She's the same little girl from 2.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Annie. Her name's Annie on this fucking end, and her name is Katie Ann Green. So you don't find out who she is until like the last couple of missions of the fucking game.
Not at the last.
Yeah.
And we dig it.
Chuck Green shows up and he's like, you want to impress me? You want to have my daughter? Just impress the fuck out of me and let's kill this motherfucker. That sort of thing. So that's the last couple of missions is you and Chuck Green taking on this guy at the end. And it's the same thing from the first one. You know how Frank fights that army guy fist to fist?
Yeah.
No weapons? That's the way you do it in this one, except you have the ability to make weapons so you can defend yourself against this guy.
Oh, okay.
So it's a pretty badass, like, final boss fight.
Well, side note to still going back to Dead Rising. So back in high school, the reason why I guess you could say I even love Dead Rising is because I think I had rented it from Hollywood Video back in the day.
What? Wait, was Hollywood still open back?
Yeah, but this was high school. I was still like a freshman or sophomore.
Maybe
they were still around.
Maybe Blockbuster, because Hollywood Video closed pretty early on.
No, they were still around. Or maybe I could be wrong. Maybe it was Blockbuster. But I know I rented it.
Yeah.
But what had happened was, you see, I got suspended from school. I was in high school at this time, and for a stupid fucking reason too. It's still something. So, so this is what happened. I was just in the hallways, and remember, this was the era of the time of that we were still recovering from 9/11, and all that. So I forgot what made me say it, but I was in the hallway and I was like, "It's a bomb." Yeah, because I used to be a really class clown back in those days. I was really obnoxious, really stupid, kind of the same way like I am now, but I have a little sense of taste.
Well, yeah, now you're classy.
I'm really good classy about the shit talking I do.
Back in the day, you were just reckless.
I was just reckless. I was very reckless. So like I was like, "It's a bomb." And like no one freaked out or anything, but of course you get those teachers.
Yeah, the teacher that heard you, like, because I remember that there was some like chuckling, like with the students, like, "Oh, this dude's funny." But then the teacher just pops up to the, "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir." And you're like, "Oh, fuck."
And then they took me to the principal's office, and then you have that one guy's like, "I served the military, and that's an insult to our people," and like all this shit.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was living with my aunt, a.k.a. godmother. Great woman, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
But she suspended me for a week for that.
Damn.
Right? For a week. Yeah, a week. Yeah, a week. Because it was that time where it was still a big fucking thing. I'm not saying it's still not.
Well, I mean, that's nothing, like, compared to the shit that other people get suspended for like months.
Yeah.
Like they found the baggie on another friend of ours, a baggie of weed, just a little tiny, like not even a nick, dude. It was just enough for like maybe a puff. And they found it on him because he forgot he had it in his jacket pocket.
Oh, wow.
And then they like took him to TYC and shit like that.
Yeah, fucking juvie.
Yeah.
Lucky I didn't get sent to juvie, but
he was gone for like months.
Yeah. But my week, all I did was play Dead Rising from AM to PM every fucking day, and I beat it through the week. That week, I beat that game because that's all I played.
But it wasn't really that long either.
No, it wasn't.
Like, even when you get the 24-hour one where, like, the extras and all that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I did a lot of the extras, but I beat it in the time span.
Yeah.
And it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But here's a question I wanted to ask. Okay, Dead Rising or Dead Island? Because they're not exactly the same, but it's kind of the same context. You're in a spot.
Yeah, it's the same concept.
You're surrounded by zombies. You find weapons. You find your food, and blah 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 blah. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Well, I mean, from the very get-go in Dead Island, you create weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing in Dead Island 2. You create weapons. You put on little like boosters on them. Like if you get a gun, you can put it to where you're faster at reloading and so on and so forth. If you got a knife, you can put like battery packs on it to make it electrified. And Dead Rising, the first one, you couldn't do that.
Yeah,
it's whatever you found, that's what you got. A broomstick, a knife, or a fucking
broomstick. Yeah, a rake.
Yeah, you didn't get
a fan.
Oh, dude,
a fan.
What I loved is when in Dead Rising 2, when you would find a fucking bass guitar. And then you would put an amp on it. You were like shredding on the guitar.
They blow up.
Their heads would explode. I'm like, that is fucking dope.
Fucking devil, fucking Dante, fucking with his guitar, like fucking blowing everybody up.
What weapon was that?
I forgot the name, but I think that was part 3 where he had the guitar.
But what did it turn? Was it just a guitar that he's just like strumming it?
Yeah, he was strumming it. Yeah, and like I think like electric will come from it. Yeah, like he formed like a electric current.
Yeah. I remember
whipping at the fucking guitar.
I mean, for me, like my favorite weapon were the gauntlets that he got.
Oh, the gauntlets.
That, like sort of like the God of War where he got those fucking
Hercules gauntlets.
Yeah. I fucking love it because I'm a big fan of pugilists, which is your fist fighters.
Mm-hmm.
I always love it when a game includes that type. For example, in Elden Ring, they added martial arts. And this new game, they took out martial arts.
Oh, wow.
I made a build in Elden Ring, and I called it my One Punch Man build.
Fucking loser.
I called it my One Punch Man build. And it's because I fucking got like max stats on like not max, but high stats on martial arts, dexterity and strength. And then I put on like the rings that would like up my unarmed and all that, my martial arts. I was beating the fuck up out of bosses with my bare fists in like 4 or 5 hits. And then with normal enemies, I just punch them one, they're dead. It was fucking hilarious.
You know I love you, but if a zombie apocalypse ever happened, I guarantee you're gonna be that guy that's like, no, I'm gonna fight these zombies. I'll be all right, man. Go for it.
Hands.
Yeah, and I'm gonna turn around and be all right, everyone. Let's pack it up. Be like, aren't you gonna wait for your friend? Nah, he's gone.
He's gone. He's down.
He's gone.
Fuck
Come on. He's saving us some time.
Yeah. He's a scapegoat.
He's a human meat bag.
Yeah. Watch me fucking come back. I did it.
Right? Like fucking years later when the virus and everything's gone and everything.
You just fucking pop out like, what the fuck? Why'd you wait? Fuck, dude. But
and you have like 6 kids and like 8 baby mamas.
What the fuck?
You have your own little colony from the other side of town and shit.
Out in the woods, on the fucking
Little cottage and shit.
I started my own town,
Your own colony and shit.
Manueltopia.
Utopia.
No, I mean, I always love that because I've always liked that type of character. It came down to like fucking just punching the shit out of zombies. Dead Island 2 has that. You can add little impact mods to the fucking not the claws, the brass knuckles. Please and thank you, sir. Top me off on that whiskey. We got some wild turkey today.
It's not the 101.
The 101 proof.
It's like, damn, am I 25 again? God damn.
That shit was pretty harsh.
Yeah, I was trying with there.
But yeah, on the game, back to the game totals, we did it a lot. So you can add impact mods to the brass knuckles to where you punch a zombie and it causes them to fly back. So I'm just running around the map just punching the shit out of zombies. It's fun. Good shit. I recommend it. But besides that, what have you been playing? What?
Hold on, before we get on that, you didn't answer the question.
What?
Dead Rising or Dead Island?
I'm gonna fuck, dude, because Dead Rising has like a nostalgic part of my.
Well, I'm Dead Rising.
You're Dead Rising?
Yeah.
Are we gonna include like Dead Rising the friend? Like
I'll say at least a 3.
Up to 3? Yeah, because I didn't like 4.
Yeah.
I didn't like 4.
So we'll go with the first 3 and we'll go with the first 2 Dead Islands.
Dead Island, Riptide.
Oh yeah, Riptide.
And then now it's 2, but I guess we're just gonna do up to Riptide.
Well, you could do 2 because that's 3 games, 3 versus 3.
Yeah. Then in that case, I'm gonna go with Dead Island.
Dead Island? Dead Island?
Yeah. Because I mean, it just there was so much more, and then you're not timed.
Yeah,
that's one of the things I like.
One of the shitty parts about
annoyed it. Yeah, you got to go save this person in enough time, and if you don't, guess what? The truth has vanished into obscurity.
Yeah,
fuck that shit. Now I got to start the game all over.
Yeah, start the game all over to fucking save this one person,
and then just so the story can continue. Fuck that shit. I've never been a fan of that. I've never been a fan of timed or escort missions.
Escort, yeah, I'll agree with the escorting. That shit sucks at times.
That's one of the things I didn't like about Resident Evil 4.
Really? Oh, because of Ashley.
Ashley,
the most annoying fucking character.
God, help me, bitch! I left you in a box. What the fuck? I told you to stay. God damn it! Did you not hear my fucking instructions? Stay. No, you fucking got out and got your ass captured. You deserve it.
You know what's the best part of it? And it ain't even in the remake. In the original, at the very end, after all that, she tries to get Leon's dick. You remember that? It's like, well, what did she say again? After this, how about we put in some overtime?
Something like
something like that.
Like she wants
her sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not into you, ho.
I'm sorry. I got other plans.
Yeah, and then he tries to flirt with the incom girl. The radio girl. Hunnigan. There you go.
Hunnigan, yeah.
Hunnigan. Fine woman, too, by the way.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, so, speaking of Resident Evil.
Before you get on that. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
What have you been playing, Noe?
I'm kind of all over the place. So, if anyone doesn't know, Manuel knows. So, Manuel's actually one of my modders. We're trying to make a Twitch. Well, we already made a Twitch, but it's called Fat Bison with a PH. PHAT _ Bison for Twitch. And I've just been playing Magic, like always. And the other day, I jumped on Wukong. I linked up the PS5. But I was having problems with my mic. But I figured it out now.
Right.
But I didn't play that long because my mic wasn't working. So I was like, fuck this shit. I'm out. But I also been doing, I did it the other day, comic book cleaning. Or IRL, pretty much.
You caught my attention with that. I'm like, this is interesting.
Yeah, it is pretty interesting. A lot of people are interested in that stuff. What do they call it? ASMR or something?
Well, ASMR is when you're making the noises, like you're.
Well, that's what people tell me because when I'm scraping, like it's just
yeah. Okay, so which I have a question to that. But anyways, before we get into that, so when it comes to ASMR, you have to get this special mic that has two ears on the side, and you're doing stuff like, you get up close to the mic like this, and you're just talking really softly. Yeah, that's ASMR. When it comes to what you're doing, I'd say it's IRL, just chatting. Sort of thing,
chatting type of thing.
Yeah, which, but I did find it interesting when I was watching you. Like, so this thing has a little crease here. You were doing sort of like a Bob Ross.
I was doing like a Bob Ross.
You were doing like a
Bob
Ross.
You heard me. I kind of did get in the mic, and I was just like, "Hey, nice pubes."
What the fuck? But okay, so I can see it as a tedious process. It's tedious. You got to be nice and gentle. If not, you can ruin the comic.
Yeah.
I saw, I don't know what that little black thing that you were.
Oh, it's an iron.
Okay, so that's hot.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like steam pressing in a sense. Well, is there steam involved, or is it just heat?
It's just a hot iron. Just think of it as an iron.
Just an iron.
No, it is just a hand iron, not your regular fucking clothes iron.
Right. And so when it comes to that, I also heard in the background like a beep. You're like, I'm gonna put this in the press, and
I put them in the press.
I was like, what the fuck is that? Like, you kept on disappearing, and you're like, I'll be right back, going to the press. It heard beeping in the background, so I want to assume that's what it does. It presses on the comics.
It just presses on the books.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I've been kind of, in a sense, playing. I'm kind of gambling in the world of Twitch and live streaming.
Yeah.
Just to help promote us just a little bit more. Yeah. I ain't got nobody on it, but it's fine.
Well, I mean, I was thinking about like doing a stream today. I'll probably do one tonight, and like
to link up.
See, let's do something like on Discord or something like that. Play a game or something. You downloaded 7 Days to Die, motherfucker, yet?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah,
I just haven't played it.
Yeah, you better get on it because I'm gonna put you on that shit. Oh well, I'll probably play something else. Like I said, I've been playing Dead Island 2, but I am gonna sympathize with you on what you said about your rig. How you gotta upgrade. So every time that I open up Dead Island 2, I have to close everything else.
Oh, you sucks.
I have to close Discord. I have to close Steam. I have to close my
hot.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't get hot. What happens? It starts. What's it called? It starts stuttering.
It's too much.
It's too much. Like, and I want to assume that it's my RAM.
Yeah, that could be it too.
It's my RAM. Like, I guess one of them is already giving out because I only got 16 on that sucker.
Yeah.
I want to get 32 and probably get an SSD.
Okay.
That way, I'm not gonna go how far you're going as getting a new 5060 and shit like that.
Yeah, 5070 actually Ti.
You're getting for 5070, so the 900 one.
Yeah, it's like $900.
Well, damn.
I'm not doing it yet. I'm still gambling, but so far I'm not even done building it. I'm already like $1,800 in.
Well, shut up, dude.
Yeah.
God damn, dude. Well, okay, so you're building a whole nother rig.
Yeah, I'm building a whole new rig.
Shit, okay. I mean, yeah, that could be good. You're not going for a budget build, but you're going for something like mid-range.
Yeah, mid-range.
Okay, because we're in what? We're in the
50s.
But are we barely in the 50s? I thought we were in the 60s already.
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
We're in the 50s. 5090 is the top.
5090 is the top rank.
5090s. Those are like $2,000.
Oh, God. Just hearing the fucking number, dude. God damn. Nah, like, I mean, I'm going to stick to my 1650 because it's doing good. It's running any other game. Like, when I had my 960, I would still run some games in Ultra, but you can tell, like, it's time to upgrade.
Yeah, big.
So, but with my 1650 Super, it's doing pretty well. It's not, the only thing I'm noticing is the stuttering when it comes to, like, loading up a new level or something like that. Like, if you go to another part of the map, it takes a while to load up and shit like that. So, I think that's the RAM and that's the SSD. That, I think, I don't know. I could be wrong.
It could be the RAM.
Yeah, just take.
Overall, it is your CPU as well.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Yeah. And what? Okay, so when I say I would sympathize is because I wanted to go into the settings, and I'm like, maybe I should lower it from ultra to like medium, high, or something like that.
Could be before you go to your settings, but you're lucky you even have settings.
It's on potato. What the fuck? No, like it doesn't have the settings. I went through the whole thing, graphics, everything like that. They don't have low, high, ultra, nothing.
It's an old ass card.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's
In today's terms, that's old ass.
that's an old ass card, but I mean, I'm still surprised it's running what it can.
Well, yeah, it's because it's doing what it can.
Yeah, it's fucking overclocking like
Still,
fucking.
yeah, overclocking like a motherfucker, and everyone's just listening to you. It's PC talk.
Yeah.
If anyone knows anything about PC, it's PC when we're talking about CPUs, GPUs, RAMs.
Feel free to fucking tell us what y'all are running, or if y'all are running on a console. What do y'all prefer, PC, console?
Well, everyone I know is rocking a PS5 these days, which I don't blame. Except Manuel, actually.
Yeah,
I don't have a PS5.
I just don't feel like I need to.
Yeah.
I got the PC and it's running everything except Dead Island 2 pretty well.
And Doom.
Oh.
Doom Eternal. I'm not.
Okay, Doom Eternal, I can run it at Ultra.
Doom Eternal, you can run.
At Ultra, yeah, I had no problems with that. I mean, the only thing that would take long would be the loading screens in between the levels, but just because it would take a minute.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm used to like shit taking like seconds and then you're in the next level already.
Yeah.
With that one, it would only take like maybe almost a minute. That's it. Now, have I tried the Dark Ages? No. Should I try the Dark Ages? I'm afraid to make the purchase, and it tells you the same shit. It tells you there's no ray tracing.
Of course it's going to say that. If it did it to me in a 1080 Ti...
Well, the 1650 is newer than your 1080
But does it have ray tracing?
Well, I need to check on that.
If it does, then you can run it. If not, then you're fucked, because you need ray tracing.
I'm still kind of like, I'm dumbfounded about the fact that it didn't give you the option to like say like, hey, I'm going to turn off ray tracing so I can play my game. It's not going to have the ultimate fucking ultra graphics, but it's going to at least run it. I'm going to be able to play it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let me check something really quick. Cause I mean, let me see, 1650 Super ray tracing.
It does?
Ray tracing, let me see. Does it, yeah.
Suspense is killing me.
It does.
Oh, it does?
It does have ray tracing.
Run it.
Wait, hold on. Okay, the 4 gig does not. Wait, Super does. Okay, yeah, no, the 4 gig does not.
Well, which one do you have?
The 4 gig, yeah, no, so it doesn't have it. So mine, fuck, dude. I was about to say that is fucked up, dude. That is fucking fucked up. Yeah, so it doesn't have ray tracing. Damn, that sucks.
It's an insult.
Well, I mean, what is it for? It's let me see. Ray tracing is a technique in computer graphics that simulates how light behaves in a 3D scene by tracing the paths of individual light rays.
Yeah,
so it's just lighting shadows.
That's all it is. It's just shadowing.
What the fuck, really?
I mean, it's impressive when you see it.
Yes,
but yes, it's stupid. The fact that they're gonna lock you out of a game because you don't have shadows.
Yeah, that is stupid, man. What the fuck, man? Oh, god damn it. That's annoying.
Yeah.
That is fucking. Well, like, it's crazy because in Dead Island 2, there is lighting. You see your fucking shadow on the floor. There is lights that will cause you to have a shadow on the floor. So, I don't get it.
It's also reflecting and all stuff like that.
I haven't paid attention to that.
Yeah.
So, and this is why I say that I don't feel like that shit's important. So you should be able to turn it off.
Oh, I take that back. It's important to some people.
But yeah, I mean, those that are looking for like the ultimate specs in graphics, there are.
People spend $6,000 to $8,000 for a fucking crazy rig,
and I just don't get it, man. Like, I mean, it's like those dudes back in the day would tell me, "You don't need all that. Why the fuck do you want it?" I'm like, for this very specific reason. I don't want to get a fucking game that I can't run because it doesn't have that. Like, what the fuck?
It's like VR. What'd you get VR for? So I could watch porn?
Some of this. Okay, so I watch YouTube on my VR.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I watch YouTube. The cool thing about it is that you can, like, you know how you can customize your own home screen on your PC?
Mm-hmm.
You can customize your home on VR. So you can put where you have a couch in real life. So, like, if you turn on, like, YouTube, and let me say that my TV's right here to the right, and the couch is right here to the right also. I sit on my couch, my TV is going to be to the right. So it's like I'm actually watching TV.
Wow.
That's how.
I hope you're just not one of those guys who are like, yeah, guys, I'm going to go home, hang out with my wife for a little bit. You have a wife? Yeah, VR. Her name's Melissa. And she loves me.
Her name's Ayla the Huntress.
She's a cunt.
She has 5 medals in hunting. I remember for the longest time people were so stoked about that in Skyrim. that you can marry a character.
Oh God.
Yeah, you can marry a character. You can marry whoever the fuck you want. And a lot of people started making memes about Ayla the Huntress.
No,
She was the most sought out wife in the fucking game.
Yeah.
For some fucking reason. I didn't see the appeal. I don't know. I don't get it.
I never played them. Looks like shit to me.
Yeah, you think so? Well, I mean, Skyrim fully ultra looks really good.
I don't care. It still looks like shit to me.
Really?
I'm talking about it looks like shit, like a shit game to me, not like the graphics.
I mean,
I'm not into those games. We've been to this hundreds of times.
yeah,
It looks like shit.
Yeah, I mean, can you at least appreciate?
No, I cannot.
You gotta give it some. You gotta give it.
I give it its
chance.
props that it's like a fucking hugely fucking manufactured game.
It's been ported almost as much as fucking Resident Evil 4.
Resident Evil 4. I'll give it that, but it's not Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, no, it's not
Resident Evil 4.
Now that game on fucking VR was fun.
Yeah, I played that and I was sweating.
I was
sweating.
I was surprised because you were for like a couple of minutes and you were like, "Oh wow, I can move the knife." I'm like, "Yeah, keep going, man, keep going." Next thing you know, you take it off and I see sweat. I'm like, "Fuck!"
I was sweating like a motherfucker when I fucking put that bitch fucking in there. I was like, "God damn, how Leon do this shit, dude?"
It's fun. It was fun. I liked it. They added a Green Hell on it. That's another game that's pretty fucking dope. What else? Medal of Honor. They're saying about probably porting Call of Duty, but
which doesn't surprise me.
Activision, I don't think they want to go that route.
Yeah, probably be the best.
Because did you ever play Horizon
Zero Dawn?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love it.
So that's on VR
really
on PS5.
It's a good game. I love Aloy
on PS5 VR.
I mean, I ain't got kids, but I tell every woman that comes in my life, if we ever have children and it's a girl, I'm calling her Aloy. And if I have a son, his name's gonna be Redfield.
His name is gonna be Chris. But that's a basic name. Shut up. Don't you fucking question me.
But speaking of Redfield, and we've been talking about Resident Evil, you want to tell people what you've heard about Resident Evil 9?
Let me tell you something. So on my escapades on the internet, I came to find out that I found an article that was talking about Resident Evil 9. It's been apparently being made since 2016, 2017. The years that RE7 came out.
Yeah.
So RE7 was an experiment with like, let's see if the people like it.
Yeah.
So they were going to do the same thing with Resident Evil 9. And apparently Resident Evil 9 was originally going to be a big open world multiplayer game.
Oh God, please no. Please.
So it was going to be open world with Leon and Jill. And then in 2021, it went in, they went through a major reboot. And they brought it back to what it's going to be
Thank
now.
God.
But,
God.
And I was going to ask you, like, what do you think about that? Like, would you have been okay with an open world RE9 where you're playing as the main character, Leon or Jill, but now you have a big ass map to traverse?
Not at all.
No, you would not be okay with that.
Pissed. I'd be fucking furious.
Really?
Resident Evil open world? Fuck no.
I mean, what if it had all of Raccoon City?
I don't give a fuck.
Really?
I don't give a fuck. No.
You like that linear shit?
I like the pathway. I like the linear shit. Linear.
Can you say the same thing with the fact that the new Dead Space?
The Dead Space wasn't open, though. They just added more side missions. It was still on the ship.
So you couldn't go back to other, like, because I remember in the old one, you couldn't do that. Once you finished a level, you couldn't go back.
Yeah.
So if you missed anything, oh, well, too bad.
Yeah.
But in this new one, can't you do that? Can't you go back to previous parts?
The train, the sub-train.
And go back to a previous part.
But it's not open world. You're still in the ship. You're still.
Well, no, that's what open world is, dude. That's where you can go whichever way you want. Whenever you want. There is no like, all right, level 2 is the hangar. Level 3 is the bottom of the ship. Level 4 is no. The whole ship is open to your exploration because in the first one, you couldn't do that.
Yeah.
You couldn't go back to the beginning, but apparently in the reboot, you can. And the remaster, you can.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's what open world is. And that's what they were going to do with Resident Evil 9. That's what it was going to be.
No.
I mean, I would have been all for it. Like, if they had remade Resident Evil 2, and they made it open world to where, like, you can go into the police station, and then from the police station, you can go into the sewers, back to the police station, or back out onto the streets because you forgot something, I would have been cool with that. I would have been pretty stoked about that. Because, I mean, it's giving you the chance to, like, pick up shit that maybe you missed, or maybe a little crazy Easter egg that you missed out on.
I got nothing against open world games for certain games. Resident Evil, no. Resident Evil, they're based on their stories to me. Because that's what made me love them. Like, I love them. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of Resident Evil. We've talked about Resident Evil I don't know how many times.
Every single time, every single fucking.
And, like, it's fucking, yeah, I'm just, no. I love their stories.
Okay.
I mean,
I don't think it would take any effect on the story, though.
I don't care.
I just don't like it. But people were skeptical about it. They were skeptical because there's apparently somebody that like has been leaking stuff about Resident Evil 9. Some stuff is like, most stuff is true, other stuff is not, because it's AI. Now that we have AI in the world, a lot of people, when they found out that it was supposed to be an open world, you had like a big divide, sort of 50-50.
Yeah.
People were for it, people were against it. I would say I'm one of the ones that was for it, because I like the idea of being able to go back to somewhere else or revisit another part of the map, and possibly even having to deal with more enemies because of that. You know, the respawn of the enemies that come out. You're never going to be in a dull moment where you're just, because there was times that you would be in the old school games just running through the police station in Resident Evil 2.
There's nothing.
And there's nothing. You killed
it. Marked them.
Exactly. So when it being open world, you're always going to have that. There's something going to be around that fucking corner. Now, will it have the same fighting mechanics as in like maybe Resident Evil 6? Probably not.
Please God, no.
Or it's going to have the same mechanics as in Resident Evil 7 and 8. Or maybe it's going to have the mechanics of Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, that sort of thing. Which I don't think the old... No, actually it can, because the clunky tank controls...
Which I love.
That's what a lot of people say. That's what they loved about the Resident Evil games.
Dude, that's what I love about them. The fixed camera angles, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so the fixed camera angles I like, yeah.
Yeah.
But, so Resident Evil, the remake, Resident Evil 2 remake, it didn't have any of that, did it?
No, it was just straight third person over the shoulder.
Over the shoulder. So, then can you say that you hated that?
No, I love third person games.
Mm-hmm.
Third person, I prefer third person over first person.
Right. But so I think the remake was open world then, because you can go through any part of the fucking police station and even go back out onto the streets, couldn't you?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to say that's open world, to me, open world's like Zelda, Fallout.
That's open world
to me.
That's what it is. That's open world. You have the ability to go anywhere, whenever.
That means a huge fucking map. A huge map.
Yeah, which is what they were saying that Resident Evil 9 was gonna be, and you're not too stoked about that.
Hell no.
What if? Well, I mean, with that being said, you don't think Resident Evil 7 was that great, because that was kind of open world. You can go to
7 was good. I enjoyed it,
and you can go to any part of the map whenever you want it.
Yeah, but like I said, open world to me is like a huge map, fucking map.
Okay.
So yeah, by your context of open world, fine, I could deal with that, but not no fucking huge map, because that's too much, especially for a fucking Resident Evil game.
Interesting. Because I mean, I would have liked to see that. I would have loved to see that whole open world, free to travel wherever you wanted to, even possibly go back to other places, fight fucking abundance of fucking zombies. Because I know one of the things that kind of caught people on, like a lot of people mention and give props to Resident Evil for, is that ammo was fucking limited.
Yeah.
You had to fucking like, do I really need to kill this zombie? Is it really in the fucking way?
Yeah.
You know? Because it happened to me a couple of times where I had to fight bosses with just a blade.
Yeah. Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. It sucked. It took me days to beat a fucking boss sometimes. Days. But that's what I found out. It was supposed to be that to where like now it's going to go back to maybe what it was in 7 or what it was in the old school days, or possibly even Resident Evil 4 and 5.
Down for that.
Because I think that's what they were trying to say when it was multiplayer, that you can have the whole Chris and Sheva. Yeah.
That ass.
Yeah, that ass. That's the first thing you see from her.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was supposed to be that sort of dynamic between multiplayer.
Yeah.
So,
which I thought was good. I loved Resident Evil 5. Resident Evil 5 is a really good game.
And I think that's what they were going to go for in RE9. I don't know if they still are, but that's what I found that it was supposed to be.
Jokes aside, I'm still going to buy it.
Yeah, no, of course. Like, even though it's gonna be like $120 game and shit like that.
By the time it comes out, yeah, $120. Fucking Christ. Speaking of that, what was that? This thing. I'm not a fan of those games. Borderlands, I think.
Yeah.
That one producer or director of those games.
So,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah. So what basically he said is that how everybody's complaining about like, oh, fucking $80 for a new game. Fuck that shit. But he goes out and says, if you really want it, you're going to make it happen.
Yeah, but he also stated, too, real fans don't care.
Yeah.
Saying real fans will get it.
We'll get it either way, which he's right.
No, he is right.
He's right. But I mean, like, the whole, like, if you really want it, you're going to make an effort to get it.
Yeah, of course.
That's kind of him saying, like, fuck you, I'm still going to charge you $80 and you're going to fucking like it. That's basically what it's going on. I'm not going to say that's exactly what he said, but, you know. That's kind of like what it sounds like.
Yeah.
So not a lot of people are too happy about that. Everybody's kind of giving him shit for it.
Well, I mean, I respect it because he is right.
Yeah.
Give him shit about it.
Real fans are still going to go for it. They're still going to say, like, I love Borderlands so much that I'm still going to go for it.
Which I don't. I don't like Borderlands.
You didn't like those games?
I didn't like those games.
And they were a hit and miss for me. Like, I have 3. No, I have 2. I have 2, but the extended one with the DLCs and all that stuff. And I'll play it once in a while. I'll hit it up here once in a while, but it doesn't suck me in as like how Dead Island is. Like that shit has me by the nads.
Yeah, has you by the legs.
Yeah, it has me by the nads, dude.
But speaking about that, back on the Resident Evil news, not 9, but it has been confirmed, which we already knew was going to happen.
Yeah.
But they confirmed it that they are remaking Code Veronica.
I knew it.
And that trailer's going to be popping out in a month or so.
I fucking knew it. That's what everybody's doing, because I even saw an article where it said Fallout 5 can wait. Fallout 3 is getting a remaster. I'm like, God fucking damn it. Why not? When are we going to stop on these fucking remasters? And
They're milking the money.
They're milking it's marketing, dude. It's fucking marketing. But it would be nice to see like a new perspective, being able to see things more clearly because of the graphic upgrades and all that. But still, man, like we already know that story. Tell us a new fucking story.
Yeah.
Like I would prefer a Fallout 5 than a Fallout 3.
Yeah.
In all honesty. I like I think it's fan made. The fucking Fallout London. Mm-hmm. That shit looks pretty fucking
London.
Yeah,
I've heard about that.
That shit looks fucking dope. Like I think it was all fan made, and they managed to make a full-fleshed game.
Mm.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you have to pay for it when you buy it from. I don't know if it was. I'm not gonna say the websites, but you can buy it. And from some of the stuff that I've seen, some of the gameplay that I've seen, it looks fucking dope.
Yeah,
looks fucking dope.
I was never a Fallout guy either.
No, you weren't.
No.
I'm surprised, because usually I always thought you were because of guns. Yeah, I thought you didn't like Oblivion and Skyrim because it was all that medieval shit.
No.
I thought that's why you didn't like them. But I thought you would give like Fallout a chance.
I'm not big on open world games. That's my problem. I don't like too much. Too much for me is not a good thing. So just give me a good story. Tell me what to do, and if it's good, I'll praise you.
Okay. What if they made Code Veronica fucking open world?
They ain't gonna do that shit. It's a remake of the original.
What if they did?
They're not. Stop trying to do.
I'm trying to piss you off, and it's hilarious.
No, but fucking stupid. But here's one thing: a game that hold on a second.
Yeah, take a puff of that. Take a puff of that. Good stuff. Good stuff. These are good. These are really good. The Judge, good stuff. Good stuff.
Judge, really good stuff.
Yeah, indeed. And then this Wild Turkey is going down smooth.
No, Turkey's going down smooth. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
That's one thing about, I don't know, sidetrack off from the video games here. We always smoke a cigar with some whiskey, but a cigar and whiskey go so well.
In hand.
I would never want to mix tequila with a cigar.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's like hardcore shit.
For me, tequila would have to be. I wouldn't even smoke, dude, because I'd be just.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't even fucking think of I think it'd be a bad combo.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know if it being a bad combo. I think it's just.
It ain't gonna mix well.
Yeah, exactly. It ain't gonna mix well. Like, it's just. Because when it came down for beer and cigarettes, they go hand in hand, dude.
Yeah.
If you're having a beer, sometimes you get that craving for a cigarette.
Some
Nicotine, yeah. And they mix well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, luckily I don't fucking smoke cigarettes anymore, dude. I just can't do it anymore. There's times that my brother will buy a pack of cigarettes if he doesn't have a vape, and I'll be like, let me get a cigarette, dude. And he's like, yeah, here you go, sure. Like, oh, Camel Crush, okay,
Camel Crush.
Camel Crush.
Jesus Christ.
I used to smoke American Spirits.
Oh yeah,
Black packs
too back in my fucking cigarette days.
But
American Spirits.
I can't smoke the whole cigarette, and I can't enjoy it anymore. It just doesn't sit right with me anymore. It's just, yeah. But cigar though,
yeah, cigar goes on. Cigar's top notch.
yeah, no, absolutely. And we don't do this in the aspects of how many a lot of people do with the beer. They just want to get fucked up.
Yeah, I'm not trying to get fucked up.
Yeah, no, I'm enjoying this nice glass of whiskey right now. We've gone through what, half the bottle right now, but that's because we served ourselves like our second glass.
Mm-hmm.
We're not feeling wasted. We're having a nice little buzz.
Nice little chit chat.
Yeah, nice little chit chat along
The lounge.
Yes.
What it's meant to be.
Exactly. And I'm so glad that you have an AC in here.
Oh, it would suck. It would suck.
That's why I was chilling in your living room for a little bit, waiting for your ass. I'm like, I'm not gonna sit in that garage. It's hot as fuck, dude. Fuck that shit. But nah, dude, this is a real nice chill. A studio that's chill, relaxed. We're not getting wasted. We're just relaxing.
Yeah.
Being classy about this stuff.
Yeah, we gotta be classy. That's what we're all about. The Bisons are known for being classy. That's why everybody I say are a Bison is because you're classy.
You're classy.
It's a badge of honor, people.
You're allowed into the lounge.
You're allowed into the lounge because you're not stupid.
Yeah. No, that's the way we're gonna go about it. And Can I mention that what I have a plan of and stuff like that? Maybe people can look forward to it.
Yeah.
And they can give us an input to it, because I've been talking to Noe about like, hey, we should put ourselves out there a lot more. And I thought to myself, well, here in San Antonio we have a convention called San Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And I've thought to myself, like, why don't we walk around as the Bisons in suits, talking to people, and then maybe even sit outside and set up the podcast. Hopefully you guys will show up and join us for a chat.
Or at least listen.
Yeah. Stand there. And if you have questions, we'll be more than happy to answer them. Like, just don't ask me my dick size or anything like that, because, that's personal stuff. But I mean, I will tell you how hard it slaps.
I know everyone knows it's small.
Yeah, unfortunately. But the bitches love it.
They sure do.
They do love it. They like the motion in the ocean. Anyways, enough about my dick. So I see that you wrote something about Christopher Nolan there. What do you got?
Well, before I get into the Christopher Nolan, one more thing I wanted to touch on Resident Evil. So,
continue.
So it's not even a rumor. It's, how we get actors these days that want to play certain characters. Well, Anthony Starr, if you don't know, who's Homelander from Bad Boys, wants to play Bad Boys.
I'm like, oh, you with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence.
What? Martin Lawrence? No, my apologies, people. The Boys, Homelander.
Yeah.
Everyone knows if you're living under a rock, I don't know what to tell you if you don't even know what The Boys or Homelander are. But Anthony Starr, the one who plays Homelander, wants to play Wesker.
He can pull it off.
He has the look.
He
could pull the fucking blonde hair, slick back, by the way.
And then with those shades.
Dude.
That was
it. We found our Wesker. But is the studio ready for such a talented man?
I mean, dude, he plays a good Homelander. He
plays like that.
He's a dick, a complete dick. And he could be a smart dick, too.
Oh, yeah.
So that's what Wesker kind of is. He's how Dead by Daylight calls him, the mastermind.
Yeah.
I love that about Dead by Daylight, that they call them the mastermind. I love that.
Well, yeah, because he's smart. He's a smart motherfucker.
How smart, though?
Smart enough to fucking almost kill the whole population with a virus and do it under the shadow.
Was it him or was it Umbrella?
Well, technically, yeah, it's Umbrella, but you gotta remember, he's the man running the show, running the organ. Meaning he's the one making the moves.
I always thought it was Birkin.
Birkin's the one who wants it done. Birkin's the guy who wants it done.
Uh-huh.
But Wesker's the one that's delivering it.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. He's the man in charge of the actions.
So now that I think about this, I have a question for you, since you're such a diehard fan.
Shut up.
Hunk.
What about that bitch?
You're not a fan of Hunk?
No, I like Hunk. But Hunk's just a side character, a badass side character.
Well, I mean, he works for Umbrella, correct?
Yeah, he's a Black Ops Umbrella.
He's the one he's the cleanup.
He's cleanup crew.
Yeah. So, would you say that? Let's say Hunk went up against the heroes, and let's do the original. He goes up against Leon, Chris, Jill, and Claire.
Okay, Leon, Chris, Jill, and Claire.
Yeah.
Okay. Claire's gonna get fucked
Okay.
intentionally.
Intentionally, even though she doesn't want it.
Yeah.
So you think she would die?
Oh yeah.
What about Jill?
I think Jill would have a chance.
You think she'd survive an encounter?
It's a 50-50.
It's a 50-50?
50-50.
Now, Chris and Leon.
Oh no, they'll wreck them.
You think they'll wreck
I believe they'll wreck them.
Huh. Because, I mean, for you being the cleanup, the Black Ops of the fucking Umbrella, you got to have some fucking mad skill.
Oh, no, he does. He does.
He's got to have some mad skills. Not to mention that he was for the offside from fucking, what is it, Raccoon City? Operation Raccoon City. He's the one that trained a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to assume that he's a badass because the guys that he trained were fucking badasses too. So,
yeah.
I mean,
but anyways, well, I'm sorry to cut you off, but just side rant. That Operation Raccoon City game sucked.
It was lacking. It was lacking. I think what they were trying to do is something like a multiplayer.
Yeah, that's really all it was. It was a co-op.
They wanted a co-op game that like I don't agree with the whole squad of 4.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that. Just the 2 would have been enough.
2 would have been enough.
Yeah, and then at the end they make you fight each other.
Yeah, which is stupid.
Yeah, I thought I was because what if it gives everybody in the team a choice? Do you want to spare Leon and what's it, Sherry, or do you want to kill them? What if like 3 out of the fucking 4 said like, no, we want to spare Leon. So now you're gonna fight against 1.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It wasn't. I didn't like that.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, I didn't.
Was it really?
I was okay with it. I was all right.
Really?
Yeah, I was okay with it. Like, because I mean, especially because I had the whole squad filled. I had people playing with me, but I don't know. It wasn't meant to be played as one player.
Yeah,
it wasn't meant. So like, it was supposed to be a multiplayer game, and it delivered on that. But it's not Resident Evil.
Yeah,
it's not.
Yeah.
It has Resident Evil.
It has Resident Evil sticker on it.
Yeah, but
Resident Evil stacked on it.
But it's not Resident Evil.
Yeah, it's not.
So, but yeah, no. I was just wondering always about Hunk because everybody gives him his praises that he's a fucking beast.
He is a beast. He's a bad.
But you don't never see him ever again.
No. That's pretty much. He's one of those characters. Those what do they call them? One-shot wonders.
Well,
one-hit wonders, I guess you could say.
He was in what? What game was he in?
He was in 2.
Okay,
and he was in 4 as a mercenary, which he kicked ass. He had the best melee kills.
Okay, I was about
happy neck thing.
Yeah,
like all smooth, like, and then like he back on with his hand.
Yeah. Y'all saw that?
Yeah, I guess. Shit, I mean,
no, well, I thought you were gonna say he had the best loadout. No, he didn't.
No, his loadout's not good.
It was just a TM.
It was just a Uzi, right?
It was the Uzi and
flashbangs.
Yeah, that was
flashbangs. That was it.
That was it. There was nothing special about it.
Yeah, there's nothing special.
I enjoyed using Wesker and Krauser.
Oh, dude, Krauser and Wesker were fucking OPs.
Yeah, well, because of their when they would charge up.
Yeah.
When they would charge up. Wesker was a bit difficult to use. You had to get his shit down.
Yeah.
But when it came to Krauser, just the fucking bow and arrow in fucking VR. I keep on going back to VR, but being Krauser in VR is so much fucking fun, dude.
Yeah, I bet.
It's so much fucking fun. Just getting all those arrows and just fucking headshots. It's fucking fun. Wesker, his loadout is
his handgun, Magnum.
And a sniper rifle.
Yeah, and a sniper rifle.
Yeah, the sniper rifle. Leon's is his handgun, shotgun,
and rifle.
Does he have a rifle?
Yeah, he has a rifle.
Oh, shit. Okay. And then Ada's is
hers is a Uzi, a handgun, and something else.
I think she has the RPG, don't he? Doesn't she?
Wait, yeah, she has RPG.
She has an RPG?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, and then you got Hunk, and then Krauser, and Wesker. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Much it.
Yeah, and I remember that for a while, Resident Evil 2 remake, not Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 4 the remake, the mercenaries didn't have Wesker.
Well, at first they didn't. Yeah. After a month or so, and surprisingly it was free. It was down.
Really?
Yeah, he's free. It just I guess they wanted that suspense, which I will give them this. One thing okay, so this is just me getting to my Resident Evil tangents.
Yeah.
When they remade Resident Evil 4, I was hyped, all right? I was like, I'm for it. Hey, who doesn't love Resident Evil? Yeah. You're making it, right?
Yeah.
But my thing was, okay, we've seen what Leon looks like. We've seen what Ada looks like. Fine, good, like it. But what does Wesker? Because they didn't tease him in the trailer, because In Resident Evil 4, he's only in the story, like certain segments.
An Ada story.
An Ada story.
Yeah.
And only certain segments you see him, and he's just behind the screen.
Yeah.
And of course, until you play him in the Mercenaries. So the first thing I was like, what does he look like? Because this is a remake of Wesker.
Okay.
And I was like, what's he going to look like? What's he going to sound like? And most of all, what drip is he going to be rapping?
I was about to ask you that.
Yeah, I was like, what drip is this? The man had style.
Yeah, he does.
He had class.
Yeah.
He had the shades. He had the voice.
Yeah.
And his style. That's what topped it. He was the perfect evil guy. And when they made the remake and I saw him, I was like, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What's he wearing?
He's wearing like a...
Is he wearing the trench coat?
No. No trench coat. He's wearing a buttoned up dark blue shirt with slacks and shoes, like nice shoes, like you're not casual, you're going out type.
Yeah.
Leather black shoes.
Yeah.
And he has the holsters on the side.
Okay, I've always wanted to get some of those holsters.
And he has he's not long. They're long sleeves. His dress shirt's long sleeves, but he has them rolled up.
Yeah.
The dude looks like
Joe
pimp, dude.
Okay, so because I did not like his drip in fucking the original.
Okay, I could give you that.
Because I was used to seeing Wesker in that leather suit with the trench coat.
Yeah.
That made him look fucking sick.
Yeah, he was a perfect evil villain.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And when they brought him out like that in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I was like, good job, Capcom. Good fucking job. Now, when it came to the remake, I thought to myself, are they going to put him in that shitty little two-piece suit?
No.
That he was in like the original? I'm like, I hope not. I hope they put him in that leather drip. But now that you're telling that he's in the that blue dress-up shirt and everything like that, I think that's one of the costumes in Dead by Daylight.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's one of the costumes, and his old Stars uniform. There's that one, and then the leather pants, leather shirt, and with the trench coat.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
that man had style.
No, the man had class.
Class.
The dude was making women bend for him.
He had Ada by her fucking ass. Dude.
Yeah, dude, literally.
That weren't they fucking or something like that?
I don't doubt it. I mean, it's Wesker, dude. You can't say no to him. I wouldn't even say no to him.
Well, I mean, I remember you showing me like a bunch of fucking letters in one of the games and shit like that, and it was Ada talking to Wesker.
Yeah.
And she called him my love.
Yeah. She was supposedly in love with him, but it's Wesker. He doesn't give a fuck. He's just another to me.
He doesn't care for like the earthly possession.
Yeah, he doesn't. So you're lucky enough he it's an honor to let that man stick his dick.
Now, when it comes to Resident Evil 6, they had Ada and then the clone.
Which was bullshit.
Who died? The clone? The clone died?
Clone died.
Oh, so you have played it.
Yeah, I have. I played it. I just hated it. I'll never play it again.
No, like, I thought it was weird because they used the Ouroboros.
Ouroboros.
Yeah, there you go. They used that to clone Ada, which she didn't even have her memories.
Yeah.
Which was stupid in my opinion. Some of the stuff in the story didn't make sense to me. One thing I will say that makes Ada a badass is that she didn't have a partner.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say because she was Asian.
Oh no, it's kind of sexy. So, I'll
give her that.
She didn't have a partner though.
Yeah,
she went about it like all by herself. It was pretty dope. But because of her, we did get to see one of the most anticipated scenes.
Which one?
Leon and Chris fighting.
Leon and Chris, the two big dicks finally go at it. Much.
I still.
It was fine. It was all right. I mean, it ended the way I would thought. It was just a tie.
Was it really though?
Yes, it was. Shut up. We're not getting.
The fans want an argument. No, they want the versus.
The versus is bullshit because nobody won. It wasn't like one of them tapped out or one of them got knocked out.
I'm still trying to remember where that scene is where they're shooting the zombies in the hallway.
That's from a movie.
But which one?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
So many, and they're trash.
I heard that one was watchable, and that's the only scene that was memorable because of how they're fighting all those zombies in the hallway and shit like that. All that
some stupid bullshit rolling and shit. fucking rolling on zombies. Like, shut the fuck.
And I mean, I will give it to Chris. I like how he just like at one point like put his AR to the side and started punching the fucking zombies and shit. I'll give it to him on that one.
I like Chris because he was always over the top because everyone had a knife. This motherfucker's bringing a machete. Yeah, dude was like, oh, no. Fuck your knife, dude.
That's not a knife.
This is the knife.
No, like, I mean, he was out there in the wilds, though. That's why.
Yeah.
Well, as Leon, he was in the, I guess, a town. I guess it was the little town, a castle. Fucking castle. I guess that's like, I wouldn't bring a machete to a fucking castle. So, yeah, no, like, I will give it to Chris that, like, when in that scene, like, out of nowhere, he just starts fucking decking the zombies and suplexing them. Which, how you said it's extra, which my nephew complained about Leon, he's like, he's extra. Why instead of just not diving out of the way, he goes up, runs up a wall, and does a backflip? Like,
yeah,
for what?
Fucking adding the extra. It's like, I'm gonna run up this wall, but why not show my dick so big? I'm gonna throw a backflip in it,
bro. Like, that shit was hilarious. When I was like listening to my nephew, I'm like, why not, man? Why not?
Well, it's Leon.
Yeah, it's Leon. He's over the top. He wants to show off that how big his dick is. So.
Yeah. But besides that, we've been going on Resident Evil for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's jump onto something that let's talk a little bit of movies, right? We love
Christopher
movies.
Nolan, man.
Yeah, like so. Everyone knows Christopher Nolan. He's one of the top directors.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't know Christopher Nolan, I don't know where you've been, but he is the Batman. Well, he isn't Batman as Christian Bale, but he did the Christian Bale Batman.
Yeah.
Which is like my Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Bale's only going to be my Batman. So, yeah. That's another argument for another time. We're not going into that because I've already had this.
I always give for me, Batman would always be the animated series from
Oh, so you're a Kevin Conroy?
Yeah, I'm very that's who the voice for Batman is.
Well, yeah, he is the voice. I'll give him that. He is the voice.
He did Arkham Knight, right?
He did the Arkham
Asylum and all that.
Arkham games.
Yeah. And it's Mark Hamill himself even said it. Like, they asked him, like, can you do the Joker voice for us in this video game? And he asked, is Kevin Conroy going to be in it? Like, and they said, yeah, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah.
So if he was in it, Mark Hamill was in it.
Yeah.
So that's why I am Kevin Conroy is like the Batman.
Yeah, he's the best. Sadly, he already passed.
Yes. R.I.P.
Sadly, R.I.P. Batman has passed.
But he was a badass.
No, he was. And on a side note, everyone who. No offense, not Tom Hanks, the original Batman from back in the day with the
Adam West.
No, not Adam West. That's old. That is the original. But Batman, the one with fucking people are gonna kill me now. I'll be like, what kind of comic book fan are you? The one with Tim Curry as the director. Not Tim Curry.
I was about to say, wait, what are you talking about?
No, the one with the penguin, Danny DeVito. Who is that?
What, Jack Nicholson as the
Michael Keaton?
Michael Keaton, yeah.
Yeah, so everyone's a Michael Keaton, which I don't blame. He did
good.
Yeah, so a lot of people, he is their Batman.
What about George Clooney?
George Clooney, what a joke. I mean, I'll give them props. Those movies don't suck as people think they are, but that to me is goofy Batman.
You think so?
Yeah, goofy Batman.
The nipples?
Because of the nipples and that one scene where, like, I forgot why, but he pulls out a bat card to purchase something. It's just a bat card, like a credit card, but it says bat card.
Then it's like, I thought it was like product placement or something because it was like an American Express or something like
something like that. It said bat card or some shit like that. It was like a nod, but I mean, no, nobody considers George Clooney their Batman.
I don't know. It's just like Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
Well, Jim Carrey as the Riddler was a good Riddler. He was very funny. He was very funny. I enjoyed Jim Carrey.
But is the original Riddler supposed to be like that? Because I always thought he was just a demented, serious type.
No, Riddler's never really been serious. That's why I think I enjoyed Jim Carrey. Because he portrayed the Riddler really well to me. He was very, like, crazy. Like, granted, in the new one, the one with, what's his name? I forgot his name, but the new Batman, which is, damn it, I already forgot the name. The guy from, New Dawn. What are those games? Twilight. What's that guy's name?
Robert Pattinson?
Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Riddler, I enjoyed him, but to me, that was not Riddler to me. He was very dark. So, I mean, the riddles were on point.
Yeah.
The riddles were Riddler, but the character was very Very dark.
Would you support Jim Carrey coming back to play as Riddler?
Yes and no. Yes, because I would like to see it, but no, because he's old.
I mean, everybody's getting fucking old, dude.
Well, that's why.
I'm just waiting for the day that they bring in Batman Beyond.
I've been waiting for that day for fucking 30 years.
With an old Batman, with an old Bruce.
Well, it should be Michael Keaton.
Holy.
Because he's the proper age. I'm all for that. An old grumpy Bruce Wayne.
Fucking Christopher Nolan. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Do it,
So, I'm sorry. So,
no, I'd say, like, he should do it.
Yeah. No.
You don't think so?
Well, Christopher Nolan said he was done making superhero movies after that.
Okay.
He's done. So he ain't going to do that again unless, by the power of money.
Yeah. Anybody for the power of money, dude.
Yeah. But one thing I wanted to touch on when it came to Christopher Nolan, sidetracked with the Batman shit. Christopher Nolan, there's supposedly a new rumor, and let me pull it up. It's a rumor, and like I say, rumors are rumors, but sometimes they do come true. Let me just pull.
Hopefully it does.
I hope so.
Yeah. Hopefully it fucking does, dude, because I enjoyed his movies. I enjoyed them.
Oh, yeah.
They were good.
Oppenheimer, that's a great fucking movie. That's a great fucking movie.
That was
a great director overall. But there's this there's no name, but the rumor is Christopher Nolan's next film is rumored to be in the 1920s period, horror about vampires, which I'm all about. I love a good vampire movie.
Okay.
With Matt Damon and Tom Holland expected to star.
What?
Matt Damon with Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Matt Damon from fucking Ocean's 13?
God damn. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting.
It's a rumor, but I'm all for it.
Yeah, no, I'm fucking done. I'm down for that.
I mean, Christopher Nolan did Batman, so he's already halfway there when it comes to bats and vampires.
Not to mention, he kind of did get like a dark side of it too.
Oh yeah,
he got a good dark side of it. So I'm pretty sure he can make a dark fucking vampire film.
Yeah, for sure. And like, it's a rumor, but I hope it's true because I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I'm all for a vampire movie, especially from Christopher Nolan. I could expect it to be good.
Yeah, no,
he's not had a movie I believe that's bad.
Yeah, I mean, okay. So let me ask you this: which Batman movie would you say stuck to the script of who Batman is?
Well, I mean, God, you're gonna do all right. So this,
yeah, no, I'm gonna
be comic talk, I guess.
Yes, so, that's what I want to hear from you.
Well, it goes all places. The comics go all places, but when it comes to Batman, I'm gonna go with Batman Begins, which is my favorite Batman movie ever. Because I'm a sucker for an origin movie.
Okay.
But a good, well-told origin movie, Batman Begins.
Okay.
And that's the first Christian Bale Batman.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I love The Dark Knight, and we all know it was a staple when it comes to comic book movies and even a movie in general. And
weren't comic book movies sucking for a while?
They were in a plateau.
Yeah.
They were in a very not bad place, but they weren't hyped as they were now. And that helped because before that, I believe it was Blade. Blade was like a staple, and everyone knows Blade.
Oh, yeah.
Who the fuck doesn't love the Blade movie? Except Trinity, the third one. That one sucked.
You think so? It sucked?
Yeah, nobody liked that movie.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, but the first two, especially the first one, I still watch that like once a year. Okay. That fucking scene in the nightclub in the beginning?
Yeah.
The blood from the sprinklers? Oh, dude, classic scene.
Fuck yeah, dude.
But overall, like, yeah, it's going to be Batman Begins.
Nice.
For me, I'm a huge that's my favorite comic book movie and Batman movie. Batman Begins.
Nice. Okay, that's dope.
And don't get me wrong, I like Ben Affleck, but Ben Affleck was the grunty older Batman, which I love. I love the old grunty Batman.
Was he the Do You Bleed?
Yeah, that was Ben Affleck.
Yeah, that was Ben Affleck. Right. And then fucking Superman took it.
Yeah, and that's Superman took it.
Let me ask you this. Do you bleed? I'm like,
oh, shit.
I just like how he grabbed him, though.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. Like, he's always popping up, and he's like, I know you. And then he goes and goes, I'll forget the... I fucking love that part. I'm like, yeah, you're not as cool as you were before.
Yeah.
Batman's pissed.
They really disrespected Batman, which I'm all for, especially when it comes to Superman. Like, one thing, and I thought I talked about this before, Superman will wreck fucking Batman. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Batman fan no matter what, but I also have sense.
No contingency plan is going to fucking...
No.
But like we said before, the Superman's too much of a Boy Scout. Now, I did not like that he brought guns.
Really?
Into the movie. I did not like that he was shooting a fucking grenade launcher.
I kind of dug it. I dug it because that Batman, which was Ben Affleck, he was supposed to be a weathered out Batman. One that was pretty much already like...
But isn't that the beginning of the Justice League?
Yes. But it's hard to explain, but when the Justice League and stuff forms, that's when he's like, oh, well, maybe there is a chance for humanity and blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
So that was the peak of what the Justice League was, which it obviously failed because we all know it if you live under a rock that no one likes those movies.
Yeah. No, I mean, I love the test of strength between Wonder Woman and Superman. That shit was,
that was beautiful.
how he just like planted her to the fucking
head butted her like, oh, bitch, what?
What you think? And then the Flash trying to get behind him, and you see him like in slow motion.
Oh, I love
that was fucking.
That was a great moment.
You just see him like running behind him, trying to get behind Superman, and he turns at the same time, and he's like, "Oh, excuse me, you trying to get behind me?
Trying to get behind me." No, he didn't.
We ain't tried that shit.
I get it.
That was actually one of my favorite scenes. You just see him like, whoa, fuck, dude. And then he tosses them. He tosses Cyborg. He tosses Aquaman. He tosses
them all like they're
nothing. Yeah,
that's really all they are to him.
Now, at that point, he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, right?
Yeah.
He didn't know who they were.
He was pretty much resurrected.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I've always been a fan of that comic. Well, I saw it from the video game perspective of the death of Superman, and yeah, it's a good read because it's what the fuck. I'm gonna get crucified for this. What's the name of the
bad guy?
The bad guy that kills him? Doomsday. Thank you. It literally showed people that Superman is not indestructible.
Yeah.
He got pierced by one of his fucking spikes.
Yeah.
So in the game, what I liked is the route they took where all these other Supermans came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
A fire Superman, a kid, a space.
Cyborg Superman.
Yeah. And then the cyborg Superman turns out to be the evil guy.
Yeah, he's really evil.
But so have you read that comic?
I read it, but my knowledge is not that great when it comes to it.
Uh-huh.
I've read it, but it's been years. I read that story back in middle school.
Damn, fucking hell. That's an old fucking read. I need how much do you think a comic will run for right now?
It's not expensive at all.
Really? So wasn't that sought after?
No. So what happened when the death of Superman happened, which was a big society thing, civilian thing, they overprinted those books. The Death of Superman books, they overprinted it because people who weren't even into comics were buying it because Superman was an icon.
Yeah.
People who weren't even in the comic books were buying the Death of Superman. So they overprinted the fuck out of them.
Oh.
So granted now, when the Death of Superman came out, it came in a little plastic bag.
Right.
Not
sleeves.
The sleeves.
Yeah.
And once you open it, the book's out.
Yeah.
It was a sealed sleeve.
Oh, okay.
They had the white one, the black one, then the rare one, which is a platinum, which is kind of pricey, not like thousands, but maybe like $100, $200.
Right.
The white one's like $10, $15 now. The black one, $20, $30. And then it goes to the platinum, which is the rare one. But the thing is, they have to still be in that little sleeve.
Yeah.
If not,
it's just $2, $3.
It's like a $1 bill.
Oh shit! Because that's the black one. I want to assume it represents the new Superman that comes back.
Yeah.
Because I forgot who they fused. Which Supermans they fused to make the black Superman?
There is no black Superman. He came back in a black suit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The black suit.
He was the same Superman. He came back, but he came back in a black suit with long hair.
Yeah,
it was the 90s.
It was the 90s, but long hair was dope.
It was a mullet.
There was think about it. I think it was a mullet.
It was a mullet.
Well, because in the game it shows that 2 Supermans or 3 Supermans fused and they created.
Yeah, that's video games.
Yeah, but I mean
that didn't happen.
And the final boss was that cyborg Superman.
Cyborg Superman. Yeah,
I love that game. That game was so much fun, dude.
Really?
It took me and my brother like a week to beat it.
Really?
And this is the Super Nintendo times where you can beat a game in like a day or two.
Back in the day.
So I used to love those fucking side scroller beat 'em ups. Those were always Final Fight.
Oh yeah,
God, love those fucking games.
But one thing, since we're talking about Superman and movies, sorry, that fucking whiskey is fucking hitting me good right now.
I know. It's going down smooth, but it's
smooth. But that one got me. I took a little bit of a gulp. But okay, so on to Superman and movies. A new trailer of the Superman movie came out.
Yeah.
So this is trailer number 2, which now it's got my curiosity. Because the first one, I wasn't for it at all. I was like, fuck this. The new one, all right. It caught my eye. Now, granted, I'm still not convinced because I'm one of those people like, I need to see it.
Yeah.
I need to see it.
Yeah.
But I am interested now.
Okay.
It looks legit now.
Okay.
I still don't like the suit, though. I still hate that.
Really?
I hate that new Superman suit.
Well, didn't they try to go for the original suit?
So when it comes to the original suit, yes, meaning like he has the red underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the symbol that's Superman S, it's more like later in the years. It's not the basic S. It's like more of a sharp-edged S.
Right.
Yeah, it's more of a Kingdom Come. I know you're probably, what the fuck's that? But that's a whole other story. But
no, dude, explain. Dude.
No, that's too much, dude.
It's a lot to explain.
A lot to explain.
Damn, man.
Like, I love talking about comics and stuff, but that's just like...
There's a limit.
There's a limit. We'll have to make like a side tangent of episodes where it's like, no, tell me about this comic. And I'll be like, well, let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah. I hope you got your lube.
Oh, what the fuck?
Because this is going to get nasty.
Oh, shit. Now I'm scared. What the fuck?
But no, have you seen the new trailer?
I have not.
No?
No.
I'll have to show you after this, but it looks legit. Okay. I like it. It looks pretty good.
So there's no fucking crypto coming out of it or anything like that? It's just...
No, of course crypto's in it because that's what's going to grab the kids.
Yeah. Well, I mean, wow, damn. You know what's funny? I did not know crypto was a thing until like...
Really?
Until high school or something like that. Yeah.
Really?
I always thought like it was just Superman and Supergirl. That's it.
No, comics that go way more, but
yeah,
crypto actually came out back in the early years. Like I'm talking like 50s, 60s.
Fuck.
But that era of comics was very funny and goofy.
Mm-hmm.
Now the modern age, it got more serious. Like Batman, a lot of people don't know Batman was a silly character.
Yeah, Adam West.
Yeah,
the
like
dancing.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
Silly character. Just Superman, too. Like, Superman had stupid fucking powers back in the day. Like, he could shoot rainbows and fucking dry clean. Yeah. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, but that was comics back in the day. They were just funny, goofy books.
Yeah.
Then the later years, they got serious, and crypto wasn't around. Like, they have them here and there, but not as much as back in the day where he used to be on the covers and all that.
Because back then it wasn't DC, right? It wasn't considered DC. It wasn't until the later years that...
Yeah, I forgot what it was called before, but then it became DC, and then they made the action comics and detective comics.
Who had the New 52?
That's DC.
That's DC?
That's DC.
Okay.
But overall, yeah, crypto's been around for years. Just like, if you didn't know, Batman had his own...
Yeah.
Too. It's called Bat Hound.
Wasn't it like a Great Dane or something?
Yeah, it was like a Great Dane, some type of...
And
dog
comes out on Batman Beyond, doesn't he?
So that's a spin-off of Bat Hound. So yes, they put him in the Batman Beyond,
but he's old.
But he's really an older character. They just threw him in the Batman Beyond as a
background or something.
Yeah, a background dog. But that was him essentially.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember there was a movie that came out for kids where it shows crypto and all the Justice Leagues had
Super Pets.
Yeah. And didn't like Aquaman have like a goldfish or something?
Probably did. Knowing fucking that's one thing I like about comic books these days. They tend to throw the shade at their characters.
At their own fucking characters. No shit.
Like if you ever seen Peacemaker?
What's his name? John Cena?
Yes.
Yes.
So at the end of the first season, the last episode, throughout that show, when they talk about Batman, Superman, because they throw like shade towards them.
Yeah.
But Aquaman, he always gets the same shade, like he fucks fish.
Oh, he talks to fucking face and fucks stuff.
Yeah, and at the very end, they show up. The Justice League.
They do.
Yeah, but they shadow him because it's not the actor.
Okay.
But Aquaman, it's really Jason. They had him actually show up in that scene.
Yeah.
Like John Cena, he's like, fuck you guys can't lay, blah, blah, blah. Go fuck your fish. And like, they walk away and the camera goes to Jason Momoa and he's like, man, I'm so fucking tired of that joke already.
I think I seen that clip up, of course, YouTube, the whole shorts. I think I seen that. Sick and tired of that rumor.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired of that fucking rumor.
Don't fuck fish.
Which, by the way, I'll give Jason Momoa props. He was a good op.
He did.
I think he was really good.
He did really good.
And I'm stoked to see him as Lobo.
Really?
He's coming back as Lobo, which is like pretty much a mercenary alien.
Yeah,
He's gonna be in Supergirl.
rides like a Harley, like a
Yeah, he rides like a space Harley, and he's great. He smokes a cigar.
yes.
Yeah, he smokes a cigar.
That's dope that he's gonna be Lobo. That's
Yeah.
dope. That's crazy. So when it comes down to, let's say, because we all know Green Lantern has been played by different people,
Yeah.
even Nathan Fillion and yes.
The new.
What did you think about that?
I'm not. It looks hideous. He's the reason why I don't want to watch the movie.
It's just like he has like a bowl cut haircut and shit.
Well, granted, I'll give him props. He has a bow cut in the fucking comics.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay.
Well, when it comes to Green Lantern, because I'm not the hugest Green Lantern fan, but I do have a small Green Lantern collection. I'm a Hal Jordan fan, which is pretty much not the original if you want to go by comics, but the main spotlight Green Lantern.
He's the most well known.
Yeah, he's the most well known.
Yeah.
And then it goes to Jon Stewart, which is a very good Green Lantern.
No, he did
and it goes to Guy Gardner, which is Nathan Fillion. And
he's the one that becomes the all the lanterns fused.
No, that's right. That's Kyle Rayner.
The first one.
No. What the fuck are you talking about?
Who's the lantern that becomes all the fused
That's Kyle Rayner.
right, which lantern?
He's like the fifth lantern.
After the Nathan
Fillion
one.
Yeah.
Okay. Continue. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, but no, you're fine. I'm just trying to put you in your place. Just know your shit.
It's not you.
Out in the wild,
comic guy.
Hey, out in the wild, nerds will fucking stab you.
I do. Okay, here's the thing. I remember having a conversation with you and the guys about comics, and we're all just getting into it, having our like, fuck that guy, now fuck that character. This character's badass. And I remember one time I was at not Heroes and Fantasies, but that other. It used to be inside the Alamo Draft House.
Oh, Alien
World. Thank you. I was in there and I was like looking around. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give a couple of Green Lanterns, maybe a couple of Spider-Man comics. I wanted to start a collection,
Yeah.
So I was talking to this guy that worked there, and I'm telling him like, I want you to like drive me through like, all right, Green Lantern, tell me about Green Lantern, which is where I started finding out about that Green Lantern that fuses and shit like that. And I'm telling him like, oh, so he was in the Justice League, and he looked at me like, no, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm like, so what is this Green Lantern? I don't know, bro. And there was other guys behind me, and I heard from one of them like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, really? People are freaking out.
I mean, I'm not that type of nerd, but in the back of my head, I was like, damn, dude, read a comic, bro.
Yeah. To see that's like how people would say, read a book. The nerds would be all like, read a comic. What the fuck, bro? You fucking noob. Not like, I was like, no, dude, I don't know much about the DC universe. So why are you trying to start in it? I'm like, because I want to like read some stories. Because my buddy, which I was talking about you, he knows all this stuff, and I want to read what he's read and see what he sees in the DC comics.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, you're going to have to start all the way back here. And he started pulling out, you're going to try out issue number blah, 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 blah. If you're going to go into Green Lantern, you're going to go into issue maybe 376. And I'm like, I want a full set, dude. I want to start off in a full set. No, you don't understand. If you read these comics, you're going to understand. I'm like, you know what? I got this, man. I appreciate you. I got it. I just left. I'm like, man, fuck that shit, dude. Yeah, fuck this guy. Went to Heroes and Fantasies, and the chick explained it way better than that guy did. But yeah, no, like there's some crazy gatekeeping nerds out there, dude.
Oh yeah, big time. I met a lot of them.
A lot of fucking gatekeepers and stuff like that, which to me kind of seems stupid.
What?
To be a gatekeeper like that, dude. It kind of drives people away from wanting to like learn or.
It does. I'll give you that.
Because, I mean, if somebody starts asking me about Dragon Ball and they get shit wrong, I don't get mad. I'm like, oh, no, you got to understand this is what happens in that. And I'll invite them like, no, dude, check it out. Watch this series and you're going to understand it better. I bring them in like, I try to hook them in. Come on. One of us. But when it comes to gatekeepers, I'm like, are you just trying to make this an exclusive thing? Like, what the fuck? I don't get it.
Pretty much, that's what comic book nerds do.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's kind of stupid in my eyes. But who knows?
I agree. But overall, the Superman new trailer looks legit.
Yeah,
and I do want to see it.
Yeah.
And I'm hyped for it now.
No, absolutely.
I want to see it, and I think. I don't know what they're gonna do with Batman. Supposedly Batman's coming into it as well. Not in the Superman, but they're merging the universes.
Uh-huh.
But supposedly the the Batman with not Christian Patton. What's his
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson. He's not going to be in it, but they're still making movies for him solo. He's his own Batman universe.
Okay.
So they're going to have him and another Batman with the Superman universe.
Right.
Which is stupid to me. I don't know why they don't just
keep it as it is.
Keep it together, because it's essentially they're younger versions of these heroes.
Okay.
Because the new Batman that just came out, he's only been Batman for like 2-3 years. He's still a rookie.
Yeah.
And this Superman's the same. He's only been Superman for a few years.
Yeah.
To me, it's the perfect fucking
beginning.
Yeah. But they're not going to do that, which fuck you, James Gunn. I think it's a shit fuck move. I'm going to say it right now.
Who's going to take over? Michael Bay?
Michael Bay.
All these explosions and shit.
But one thing I wanted to touch on, so before we get into other subjects, and since we're talking about comics, so last week we had a little debate.
Yes.
And that was the Avengers versus Justice League.
Yes.
And I want to say you were outvoted.
I saw the comments. The comments, and I'll give it to you. I'll admit I was wrong, I guess.
So here's another comment.
I'm still an Avenger person.
You're Avenger, which you lose. So a good comment by our good friend Leroy14605. He said, all I want to say is Justice League all day, which he's right. But if it was Justice League versus X-Men, shit, X-Men. Now, my friend, I'm glad you have an opinion. I'm very glad you do, because I love debates. But I'm going to tell you, you are wrong. Like, if you're going to tell me Cyclops, Storm, because I'm going with your baseline.
Your original lineup.
Yeah, well, the original lineup is not Storm or Wolverine. The original lineup: Cyclops, Jean Grey, Beast, Iceman, and I'm forgetting someone else.
Isn't it Colossus? Wasn't Colossus part of it?
I think so. No, it's not. I'm forgetting someone, but not Colossus.
Nightcrawler?
No,
he's part of the new.
He's the second batch, which is the batch I'm sure our friend is going with.
Yeah,
which is gonna be your Storm, Cyclops, Jean Grey,
Rogue.
No. Well, yeah, we'll throw Rogue in there. We'll throw Rogue.
I feel like she was part of the second batch with Wolverine.
Well, she is, in a sense, yeah. Well, Wolverine, of course. You're going to have Wolverine, and I'm forgetting somebody else. Nightcrawler. Thank you. Yeah, Nightcrawler. Great lineup. Mm-hmm. But, no.
Not the original?
No, the original wouldn't. The original will get stomped.
By the Justice League. And this lineup, which is the second, which is everyone's main X-Men, which I don't doubt, it's Wolverine, Storm, Cyclops, blah, blah, blah. They're still going to get their ass racked. You think so?
I believe so very much.
What lineup do you think would be a good challenge for the Justice League?
Man, that's a good question.
Well, I mean, that's why I'm trying to get, like...
For sure, Hulk. You got to have the Hulk.
Okay, so we're going to go Marvel versus DC. Okay, so...
Well, yeah, Marvel versus... You're saying Justice League. Who's a good lineup?
Well, I was meaning with the X-Men, but...
Oh, with the X-Men?
Yeah, with the X-Men, who would be a good lineup? Then we'll move to the Avengers, because I want to see, because this is what everybody likes to see, because for a while we have like a bunch of versus movies coming out. There was like a versus timeline where it was like Alien versus Predator, Freddy versus Jason, and all that good stuff.
All that good shit.
I mean, I would have loved to see the Michael Myers versus Ghostface.
I would have loved seeing that. Or no, Jason versus Michael Myers. I would have loved that.
Well, isn't Michael Myers mortal?
Is he though?
Yeah, he's mortal. He can take a lot of damage though.
He can take a shitload of damage.
He can take a lot of damage.
Because he's been shotgunned in the chest and he's still fucking walking like nothing.
But I think he had a bulletproof vest. I think he proved that in the movies.
Well, maybe that could be true.
Yeah, but like the reason I would say Ghostface versus Michael Myers is because they're both human.
Yeah.
When it came to
that's
Freddy.
Good versus.
Yeah. And
if we're going to go for humans, okay, Michael Myers versus Ghostface.
And then, or maybe even Leatherface. If I had to put up Leatherface against somebody, it would have to be, I was going to say Candyman, but no, he's an entity.
Yeah, he's an entity.
Oh, let's see. Fuck, that's actually a good fucking question. Who would you put up against Leatherface?
I'd say Michael or Jason.
I'd probably go more with Michael because they're both mortal. They're both humans.
Yeah.
They're just really fucking buffed up humans.
Oh, Leatherface ain't really strong. He's just crazy with a fucking chainsaw.
And a mallet.
Weapons.
Yeah,
Michael, he's fucking, don't get me wrong, his signature kitchen knife The dude's been known to fucking pick people up with one hand and fucking
Crush their
throat in.
Yeah, their fucking skulls. And there's also Jason can do the same.
Yeah, Jason's pretty much another Michael to me.
Yeah, I mean, I was Team Jason from the very get-go. When the movie first came out with Freddy versus Jason, I was Team Jason.
Oh, me too.
And when I saw the ending, I'm like, perfect. I knew that's the way it was going to end. Now, how Freddy turned him into his little bitch for a while.
Yeah, he did.
He turned him into his little bitch, turned him into a little kid and fucked him up for a bit. Dude. Now, Jason, he goes off of what his mom tells him.
Yeah.
His mom is what is driving him to kill. Freddy, on the other hand, he works with your dreams.
Yeah.
The more you fear him, the stronger he is. Yeah. So there's something there. There's something there. I think it could have been more.
Jason or Michael Myers against Freddy, which, I mean, Freddy versus Jason, it was already proven. Jason ain't scared of him. He's not one of these teenagers that are fucking scared of Freddy. He's not scared of Freddy.
Well, I mean, if we're going to go off of what the movie did, is Freddy started digging at his fears, which is water.
Yeah.
Jason hates water, which I kind of found stupid because in a lot of movies, Jason is coming out of the fucking lake.
Yeah.
So it didn't make much sense to me.
That's just a way of saying, oh, he's back.
Yeah, I guess so. You can say that. But even then, like, because he drowned, right? As a kid, he drowned.
Yeah,
he drowned. So I thought that was kind of stupid that when Freddy hit a fucking pipe, water came on and Jason just stopped.
Just like,
I'm like, no.
But he was in his dreams too, so he was defenseless.
Was he in his dream?
Yeah, he was in his dream. They knocked those kids in Freddy versus Jason. They got syringed.
They injected him.
And they injected him.
That's
they knocked
true.
him out for maybe not even an hour, like maybe 10 to 20 minutes.
They were riding with them in a van.
Yeah.
That one, I was like, dude, if I was in that van, I'd be in the front seat. Like
fuck you guys. I'll go in this car.
Yeah.
I ain't joking.
Yeah, I'll follow y'all. I'll follow you.
I ain't getting staying in there.
I like how he chopped that one dude in half that injected him.
Oh, yeah.
That Freddy took over and he just sliced them in half. I was like, that is pretty fucking sick.
Well, okay, so the debate is serial killers, famous movie serial killers. Anyways, Freddy versus Jason.
Okay,
who?
I was always Jason.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I was always Jason. Yeah,
I was honestly never a Freddy Krueger fan.
I like the movies.
I did not.
You did not?
No, I did not. Actually.
Oh, interesting. I like the movies because of the way he would take them out.
Yeah, he was pretty fucking crazy.
He was gory as fuck. He was brutal. Now, which movies did I enjoy more? Jason. Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
It sucks that the game fucking shut down. But, so, okay, Freddy versus Jason, we got Jason. Now, let's put in that, Michael Myers versus Ghostface.
Okay.
Who would you go for?
Michael.
Because
you gotta remember, Ghostface is just different people all the time.
Was he?
Yeah. The first one, it was, the boyfriend and the friend. Second one, it was a mom and some other friend. Third one, I don't remember.
Right, okay.
And it's the same. It's just a different person.
But they always did the same thing. What's your favorite?
Yeah, what's your favorite scary movie? The signature, I'll give them, it's a signature killer.
Yeah.
In history.
Yeah.
In movie history. Ghostface is a staple of cinema.
Yeah.
But if you're going to go against Michael Myers, it's Michael Myers. To me, I don't even think it's a fair fight. That's why I said Jason versus Leatherface will be more of a
fair fight.
No.
Well, I mean, like I said before, Jason is immortal, I guess you can say. It's Leatherface is not.
Yeah.
So Leatherface can fuck him up as much as you want. He ain't gonna do shit to him.
Well, hold on now. Something just popped in my head.
Uh-huh.
We'll go back to this. But if we're talking about Freddy and Entity, you know who would be a good challenge for him?
For Freddy?
For Freddy?
Uh-huh.
Pinhead.
Holy fuck. Okay.
We're talking about two big fucking entities.
You want to die for fucking Hellraiser?
Yeah, Hellraiser.
So I'd give it to Pinhead.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same. You're gonna give it to Pinhead
because of the cube.
Yeah,
because of the cube, he'd fucking chain up Freddy, no problem.
Yeah.
So I'd give it to Pinhead, no problem. Now if we were to put Freddy against like Ghostface, Leatherface, I'd give it to Freddy.
Yeah, I'll give it to Freddy.
I'd give it to Freddy. Now Candyman versus Freddy.
Candyman. That's actually a tough one.
Yeah, because he's a vengeful spirit.
Yeah, he's a vengeful guy.
Yeah. And he has the bees, he has the hooks and all that stuff. That's where Freddy has like his claws and the dream powers. Damn.
That's a good one, actually. I'll give you that, man. That's a good one.
I don't know. Let's ask the listeners. Like, what do y'all think? Candyman or Freddy? I mean, if y'all haven't seen the movie for Candyman, I recommend it. It's pretty good. It's pretty
They
good.
made one a few years ago, and it was really good.
Wasn't it like a remake?
No, it was just a retelling.
Oh, okay.
It was later in the years.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But it was the same actor for Candyman.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, but he already passed, I believe.
Oh, fuck. Oh, damn. R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, no, let's leave it to the listeners.
Well, we could leave it to the listeners. I'm always down for what they want to say. But if I had to choose, I'm actually going to go with Candyman on this one.
Yeah?
I'm going to go with Candyman.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. I mean, I'm in that boat, but I mean, I want to give Freddy some love too in the aspects of like I said, he fucks with your nightmares.
Fuck your love.
He fucks with your nightmares. He's gonna like somehow find a way to make like the Candyman fucking, I don't know, pull him into a dream state or something like that. Pull him into like the nightmare realm.
Yeah.
And fuck him up there. Will Candyman have a fucking chance to fight back?
I believe so.
I believe so. But you're in, like how he would say, you're in my world now, bitch.
Yeah.
And that was always his thing, bitch.
Yeah.
Let's see. We also had Alien versus Predator, and I was a Predator fan, so
me too. I'm a Predator fan.
I went with Predator, and they did win. They fucked up the queen.
Well, here's the one debate that we don't talk about, but it'd be a pretty decent debate. Chucky versus Leprechaun.
Oh, fuck, dude. I forgot about Chucky. Oh, damn.
Well, how could you? I mean, Chucky's easily forgettable. Well, he's just a killer doll.
Well, here's the thing. It was like some kind of like voodoo or something. Not voodoo.
It was witch magic.
Like witchcraft. It was like some sort of witchcraft.
Magic.
Where he transferred his soul
into a doll.
So I want to say, who'd you say? Leprechaun?
Yeah, Leprechaun.
I mean, I can't take Leprechaun serious, dude, because I mean, Leprechaun in the hood. Like I can't fucking do it.
But I mean, who'd you throw against Chucky? Like, I mean, honestly, the other big dogs, Freddy, Michael, Jason, there's no fucking way.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I used to have a game that involved like all the killers.
Really?
Yeah, and it's called I don't know if it's gonna get us in trouble or anything. It's called Terrordrome.
Okay.
Terrordrome or Terrordrome. You can play as any of the fucking killers. You can play as Candyman. You can play as that cop, the evil cop. There was a movie back then in the 90s or 80s where it was a cop that looked all fucking deformed, but he would kill people.
Okay.
So that was one of the horror movies. Ash from Evil Dead.
Okay, Ash.
You can play as Jason, Chucky, Ghostface, Freddy, Michael Myers, Leatherface. Damn, what was the name of that other? He was this tall man with the fucking glass orb.
Glass orb?
Yeah, he had a glass orb. Fuck, I'm trying to remember. I forgot the name of the fucking killers. I mean, we have the fucking internet at our fingertips.
The technology.
We have the technology.
We just don't want to grab our phone.
Yeah, we don't want to fucking just like dead air and shit. Like
one day, as we continue, we're gonna have to have someone just be like, "Hey, you gotta look this up, pal."
So it's Terrordrome, I think it was called, the game. Reign of the Legends. Yeah. Oh wait, this is a new one. Holy shit! They even have Dracula and fucking Frankenstein in this fucking game.
Now we're going to the old monsters.
Okay, Terrordrome. Like no. Let's see, Rise of the Boogeyman. I think that was the first one. Yeah, here we go. Pumpkinhead.
Oh, Pumpkinhead. Woo, man, you're bringing some old school shit up in here. Yeah. I forgot about Pumpkinhead.
There's Pumpkinhead. Well, Pumpkinhead was just a monster, wasn't he?
No, so what Pumpkinhead was he was a spirit of a murdered child.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit, okay.
So my memory's not as clear because I remember I used to love Pumpkinhead. So Pumpkinhead used to be reran up on Sci-Fi back in... Is Sci-Fi even a thing anymore? The Sci-Fi channel?
That is a good question. I don't watch TV.
Yeah, me either.
I do nothing but streaming services.
Yeah, well, back in the day, if I'm sure everyone our age knows, back in the day in the cable era, even satellite era, there was a channel called Sci-Fi. And Sci-Fi used to run like B, C grade films.
Right.
But one of them in there was Pumpkinhead. And I loved Pumpkinhead 1 and 2. I'm sure there's more by now.
Yeah.
But Pumpkinhead 1 was, I believe, if I remember clearly, a father had a son, and I believe the son was like maybe autistic. Something was wrong with him.
Yeah.
Like pretty much adjacent, or he was kind of deformed, or something was wrong with him.
Right.
And a group of kids accidentally killed him.
Oh, shit.
And there was a witch or something that cursed the body of the... my memory's off. I might be totally off, but I know it involved a kid.
Yeah.
And it formed Pumpkinhead.
Oh, shit. Okay.
And Pumpkinhead is up there when it comes to monsters.
Killers and monsters?
Yeah, killers.
Because that's who's on this roster. There you go. Tall Man. He's from Phantasm.
Oh, Tall Man. I got you.
Yeah, Cross. So it's in the roster. This one's a small roster. Here it goes. It's Leatherface, Freddy Krueger, Ash from Evil Dead, Michael Myers, Chucky, Jason, Ghostface, Tall Man, Evil Cop, Candyman, Jason X, Evil Doctor, Pinhead, and Pumpkinhead. So that's the roster for this one. Now the one that I saw earlier that I am fucking stoked for, because that's a lot more killers. Okay, this one's fake. That one's fake. But the one that I saw before, it had a shitload more, and it includes monsters, like actual monsters, like
Frankenstein, Dracula.
It even has Slenderman.
Oh, Slenderman.
Bloody Mary.
Oh, God, Bloody Mary.
Yeah, Bloody Mary. It has, let's see, Bigfoot. Shit, what the fuck? This is pretty dope. It has Leprechaun. It has the Swamp Thing, The Exorcist, Predator. So this is basically just they just threw shit. It has Pennywise, old school Pennywise.
Pennywise, goddamn.
Yeah, so dude, as soon as I get home on my rig, I'm gonna fucking download this.
Now that's another one.
What?
Pennywise.
So
Pennywise versus Freddy.
So if I'm correct, Pennywise was some kind of like I don't want to say Lovecraftian horror, but it was more of like some kind of like, I don't know, like some kind of monster from another dimension.
Yeah.
That's what Pennywise was. So I mean, I guess he could be in the same category as Pumpkinhead.
You know, it was a book, right?
What?
It?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know how fucked up that book was?
Did you read it?
Yeah.
I did not read it.
So one thing that they didn't say in the films, because of course they're not going to show that, but in the kids version, because remember, there's the kid version and then the adult version.
Yeah.
That grow up.
Yeah.
In the kid version, you know how they get the energy to go against them at the end of the
where they beat the fuck out of them?
Yeah, and when they're kids?
Well, I mean, I thought it was fear that fed them.
Yes, and they weren't fear, but you know how they did it?
No.
And so a lot of people don't know this.
Uh-huh.
In the book, that girl, which is the only girl,
yeah,
she pretty much jerks them all off and fucks them.
Shut the fuck.
No, I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying.
No way.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
What?
But they won't show that in the movies.
No, of course not. I think that's illegal.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Fuck. Like, okay, I did not know that. That is a fucking eye-opener, I'll tell you.
If you want to start early childhoods, but yeah.
That is fucking crazy.
Stephen King's was...
There you go. I was trying to find out. Stephen King, thank you.
You know Stephen King used to fucking do coke and meth and fucking make these stories, right?
He probably ate chicken nuggets drenched in crack or something when he made this.
His homemade chicken nuggets. There weren't no... Well, McDonald's was around back in the day, but not as big as it was later.
Yeah, I guess you can say that. I mean, well... Moving on from this and crazy shit, I actually have a couple more crazy stories.
Please indulge us.
And so, did you ever hear about? I'm gonna summarize this as best as I can, so I'm not just rambling on. But did you ever hear about? It's gonna throw you off because I found it, I believe, like this week. Did you ever hear about Andrew Dawson?
No.
So Andrew Dawson was basically a regular TikToker that you can find, or YouTuber, you can say. He would make videos and so on and so forth. But one day his life changed because he posted a video where he was just driving by some mountains.
Okay.
And as he's passing by the mountains, he notices a shape in the distance at the top of the mountain that looks like a human. So as he's videotaping, he's like, if that's a human and we see it this fucking far, they were miles away from the fucking mountain, and we're able to see it, that has to be some kind of giant.
Yeah.
So he posted that video, and then he posted a follow-up where he tells them, like, I believe it's a giant. I think I saw a giant, and it's crazy. Check this shit out, guys. He showed them the video. After that video was posted, he said that when he tried to go back the next day, some random guy stopped them. Some random, like some sort of agent stopped them from going up in the mountain and said, like, this road is closed. The guy says, okay, I guess, which is weird because this is a public park. It's a national park. It's open to the public. So why can't I go? Road is closed. And as he's leaving, he's seeing helicopters, black transport helicopters flying around the fucking mountain.
Like how you emphasize black. There,
Well, I mean, they're Black Hawk. Black Hawk.
Wait, what'd you say?
Black Hawk helicopters.
Okay, I thought you said something else. Okay, keep going.
We need to clean out your mind, my friend. But so he's seen the helicopters, and then out of nowhere, that figure that he saw on top of the mountain is gone. Found it really fucking weird. So he's putting up an update. And after, he starts seeing random black cars outside his home. People looking through his window.
Oh, fuck that.
And he's freaking out. He's like, what the fuck is this? I'm going to try and go back again, see if I can make it up there. Because the next day, he passes by the mountain, and he sees the figure again. So he's like, what the fuck is this? What is it? I need to go find out. Tries to go in there. Again, he gets stopped. But this time he brings a recorder.
Okay.
The recorder fucking the guy that stops him tells him, like, again, dude, I told you once, this road is closed. You need to leave or you're going to get arrested. Well, he tells him, like, I don't understand. This is a public park.
Yeah. And
the guy tells him, leave or get arrested. He leaves. The guy does not post for days.
Okay.
Out of nowhere, I think it was a couple of weeks later, he puts up a video, and the dude looks like scared.
Yeah.
He's scared out of his mind. He's like, and he starts saying, hey guys, and he keeps on looking to the side. Like if there's somebody there, and he's like, hey guys, well, I just wanted to post up that, all that stuff that I posted was, fake. I just wanted to let y'all know that everything was fake. So just stop asking questions about it. Mm-hmm. Then 2 days later, he posts another video saying, like, this might be my last video, guys. I just want to let y'all know there's crazy shit out there. We need to understand. We need to ask questions. And that's it. Mm-hmm. Weeks later, his face comes up in a newspaper.
Oh, shit.
In the obituaries.
Oh, fuck.
He's dead.
He's dead.
So a lot of people are saying, like, this was all just maybe, like, fucking shit for clicks.
Yeah, for clicks.
Other people say, like, he knew too much, so they got rid of him. So nobody knows what happened to this guy. There's other people that say, like, nah, he's still alive. He's posting videos, so on and so forth. Nobody knows. Nobody knows the real story of what happened to that guy. So that's one of the stories. Here's another one. Have you ever heard of Lacey Fletcher?
No, sir.
Here it goes. So Lacey Fletcher, I'm going to summarize this as best as I can. Again, Lacey Ellen Fletcher was a 36-year-old Louisiana woman who suffered a horrific death due to severe neglect.
Ooh.
By her parents, Clay and Sheila Fletcher.
Okay.
Basically, what happened was Lacey, like, a little bit of background is Lacey was diagnosed with autism and experienced bullying in high school. So her parents decided to withdraw her from school and homeschool her, which she was totally against. So the parents were constantly reporting and that they complained about the burden of caregiving and expressed that they hadn't wanted to be parents at all.
Oh, shit.
That's how it starts off. So at the age of 24, Lacey experienced a decline in cognitive health that rendered her unable to leave the house.
Oh, shit.
Instead of seeking medical help, her parents confined her to a couch in their home.
Oh, well, fuck.
So for the next 12 years, Lacey was left on the couch unattended in appalling conditions. She was covered in her own excrement, and insects, including maggots, infested her body. Her skin rotted, dude.
Oh, God.
And
of course.
And she suffered malnutrition and infections. She finally died, unfortunately, on January 2022. Lacey was found dead on the couch. Her body fused to the cushions. She weighed only 96 pounds. Her cause of death was determined to be sepsis resulting from chronic neglect. Now, when they found her, there's a picture online of when they found her body.
Okay.
And her skin was literally fused to the leather of the couch.
Oh, God, that's disturbing
It's
as fuck.
crazy. Her parents were initially charged with second-degree murder, but later pleaded no contest to manslaughter. They were sentenced to 20 years in prison.
20?
Yep.
That's a slap on the wrist.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, they literally...
Well, how old were they?
The parents, it didn't say much about them.
Did it say how old she was again?
Yeah, no, she was a 36-year-old woman.
Was she 36-year-old
No.
when she was...
No. She started off at 24 when they put her on the couch.
So their parents at least had to be 40s?
Maybe 30s,
50s?
late 30s, 40s.
Late 30s, 40s.
Yeah. So the case sparked public outrage and raised serious questions about the responsibility of caregivers and the need for better support system for individuals with disabilities. The coroner described it was one of the worst cases of neglect he had ever witnessed. That's some fucking crazy shit.
That's some hardcore shit.
That is fucking hardcore.
I bet those maggots had a feast, though.
I mean, well, apparently when they found her, like, the maggots were actually saving her skin.
Yeah.
So what maggots do, for a lot of people that don't know, sometimes they were used in medical procedures because what maggots do is they eat dead flesh.
Yeah.
So if you have some sort of like skin infection, and you had like lacerations or something, you were getting like necrosis, I guess you can say. They would put maggots in there and they would eat the dead flesh to where like your live flesh would be then cured. Now, I have one more story about a girl who disappeared and was never found again. Her name was Kayla Berg. She's known as the girl who disappeared after being dropped off at an abandoned house, never seen again.
Heard again. 15-year-old
Kayla Berg went missing from Antigua in August of 2009. On the 11th at 9:30, 24-year-old Kevin Kielczewski, sorry if I butchered that, a family friend takes Kayla to McDonald's where she makes plans with a friend to talk later that night. Around 8:45 that evening, within hours, she requested to be dropped off at the house in Wausau, and from there she disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
On the 12th, her father calls Hope, Kayla's mother, to let her know that Kayla hadn't come home. Hope begins contacting Kayla's friends, including Kevin, but nobody seems to know where Kayla is. Kevin claims he dropped Kayla off at her boyfriend's house in Wausau, about 35 miles from Antigua. From the 13th to the 18th of August, after about 5 to 6 days when questioning Kayla's friends still hadn't located her, Kayla's mother finally calls police to report her missing. Police list her as an endangered runaway and also question Kevin and Kayla's 19-year-old secret boyfriend, Miguel.
Secret boyfriend.
Secret boyfriend, because the parents didn't know about that.
Yeah.
The one that gave it away was that friend, Kevin. On October 2009, Kevin is charged with second-degree reckless endangerment. Police search where he was living in Deerbrook at his parents' home, and his vehicle is taken in. Police also searched 2 areas in Lincoln County where Miguel's phone had pinged the night Kayla disappeared.
Ooh.
So that's adding to fucking Miguel right there, dude. May, cadaver dogs search Kevin's parents' property as well as the potato farm. She is not found. On the 15th of June, Kayla's father, James, passes away after a hard-fought battle with cancer.
Oh, shit.
July 22nd, charges are dropped against Kevin due to lack of evidence. October 2016. This is going for years.
Yeah, it's going for years.
For years. A video is discovered on YouTube, posted back in 2011, now known as the High Walter video. This video features a man who appears to have a girl chained and held captive. The girl was said to resemble Kayla and soon goes viral. This video is later found to be a fake, but not before it traumatizes Hope, Kayla's mother.
Fuck.
2019 of October, a search is done in the Nicollet National Forest in eastern Lake County. Kayla is not found. December 2023, an inmate in the Wisconsin State Prison System gives police a tip, leading them to search in Kewaunee County, about 100 miles east of Antigua. Kayla is not found. To this day, 2025, Kayla has never been found and no one has faced any consequences for her disappearance. Unfortunately, her father passed away, never knowing what happened to his daughter, and her mother, Hope, is still looking for answers. That's some fucking
That's some hardcore shit.
That's some fucking crazy shit. I mean, they've made it, they've made it public in the aspects of like maybe somebody out there knows something about her, but it's already been like almost fucking how many fucking years?
It's almost a decade.
Just about, because it started off in 2009.
Oh, dude.
So it's been more than a decade.
Fuck, dude. It's been like 20 fucking years almost.
Yeah. Almost 20 years.
Fuck.
And nothing has been found. There, not a trace. Only thing people had was a video that later was found to be fake.
Yeah, so to all you parents out there, make sure you tuck your kids in because you never know. It might be the last time you see them again.
Damn, bro. Put them in a fucking, in that panic state. God damn, dude. I mean, like, it's like we always say as parents, dude, this is like one of your worst nightmares.
Of course.
Absolutely worst nightmares. Now, I think this should be more of a I guess a learning thing to where you start asking your kids, talking to your kids like, hey, where you going? Who's this? Who's that? Because I remember when I was like, 14, 15, I would be trying to go to my friend's house and my mom's always asking like, who you going with? What are you going to do though? Why do you have to go there? Why can't they come here? Like, Mom, I'm just going to go hang out with my friends. What the fuck?
I'm playing video games.
I'm gonna play video games. What the fuck? We're not doing anything. We're smoking weed. But I guess it's just something to get people thinking like, hey, what are ways that we can like prevent this shit, dude? Because you remember back in the day, you can walk down your street in the middle of the night, no problems.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you get shot, you get fucking kidnapped, drug trafficked and shit like that, fucking sex trafficking and shit like that. It's
fucking crazy.
I know it's been around for the longest time, but at least back in the day, the community of like your neighborhood would look out for each other. Back in the day, now I bet you don't even know your neighbor's name.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
For damn sure.
I mean, luckily I know my neighbor's name, but like everybody down the street, like back in the day, fuck no.
Yeah.
Fuck no. But I wanted to put
some scary shit.
Yeah, I wanted to put those crazy stories out there to like, kind of like ease the ending of this podcast.
Ease the ending, yeah. And after that, I'll go and give some of my segments. I only got two. One's real short, so I wanted to talk about this just real quick. It's a quick one.
Mm-hmm,
okay, mm-hmm. I am, Billy Joel?
Yes.
Who doesn't know Billy Joel?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great musician.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Great musician.
Mm-hmm.
So Billy Joel, sadly, he was here last year, and I missed it, which I was pretty upset about.
Okay.
But he was going on tour again this year, and he just canceled all his tours because he just got diagnosed with brain disorder, and he canceled all his upcoming concerts.
The fuck?
So I just wanted to give some shout-outs, like, not shout-outs, but more like condolences. Like, Billy Joel.
I mean, he's not dead.
No, well, he's not dead.
It's, I guess, like sympathies, I guess.
With sympathies, but, I mean, coming with brain disorder, he might not tour ever again.
Damn, dude.
Depending on how serious this is.
Yeah.
And a very staple of the music industry, one of the top dogs,
Mm-hmm.
He's older and all that. Nowadays you got your Cardi B, Lil Wayne, your Kendrick Lamar.
That WAP.
Yeah, that WAP. That WAP in there.
Yeah.
But, it's there's these musicians like Billy Joel. They're a staple for history and time.
Absolutely.
Even after years they're gone, they will be remembered.
Yeah.
So I just want to give some condolences and just say, that sucks.
Yeah,
I'm actually a huge Billy Joel fan.
Yeah, no, like
and it sucks because I was actually looking forward for his concert this year because I missed last year.
Yeah.
So it really sucks.
Yeah.
So my condolences to Billy Joel.
So, yeah.
And to end on the last topic, let's just give a little humor in there. And this isn't a troll. This is more like stupid Americans is what I like to call it.
Okay.
So a man was arrested after turning himself in for reward money.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so this guy was wanted, right? 65-year-old Macon fugitive learned this lesson the hard way after he was trying to turn himself in with the hope of earning a quick $500.
What the fuck, dude?
So he
bail.
Yeah. He turned himself in thinking that he would get the money and be free.
Yeah.
And his quote was, "I never thought they was gone," like this was his exact words, so don't butcher me for saying it. "They was gone lock me up. I thought maybe I turned myself in. They set me loose and cut me a check. Everybody could have won had it gone like I planned. I only did it because I am broke and have to buy my mom a Christmas gift.
That is not real.
No, this is real, my friend. I make sure the shit I fucking say in here is real because I want to be like, hey, you're wrong.
Oh, shit. Oh, god damn it. That's fucking hilarious.
He was wanted for home invasions.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, a string of home invasions to Bibbs County.
B&E?
Yeah, pretty much.
Breaking and entering?
Georgia, a Georgia guy.
Georgia. Shout out to Georgia.
Shout out to Georgia.
Are we getting, instead of Florida man, we're getting Georgia man?
Yeah, we're getting Georgia man. And you want to see this guy's fig?
Yeah.
This is going to crack you up.
Okay.
Check this out. Look at that face. This dude's like, what the fuck? Dude's obviously, 65 years. This dude looks like way older.
That looks like that's what they told him. Like, you ain't getting the check.
Oh, what'd you say? No money. Why am I here? Well, just set me loose. Set me loose.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, obviously he was handcuffed.
Oh, shit, that got me.
Yeah.
That got me. Okay. That's a good chuckle right there.
Yeah, that's a good chuckle.
That was a good chuckle. Holy fuck, dude.
America, man. Sometimes our people don't think.
No, dude, they do not. What the
That's not a troll. That's a stupid American right there. But I mean, overall, this podcast has been going on for a long while, and we're starting to hit the 2-hour mark.
God damn.
Yeah, we're hitting the 2-hour mark.
Oh, shit.
I want to thank everyone for listening to us.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to, we're going to have to end this episode, Manuel.
Yeah.
So to all you lovely ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for paying a visit to me and Manuel today in the Bison Lounge. And Manuel, is there any words you want to let our good gentlemen and ladies know about heading out?
No, you absolutely know what I always say, and you know what? I'm gonna give you the honor of saying it. No,
I can't.
I'm gonna give you the honor. I'm gonna give you.
Give me the honor.
I'm gonna give you the honor.
My dick gonna grow 10 inches tonight.
It's gonna go 12, my
girlfriend
friend.
has a surprise.
So what do I always say, Noe?
Oh God, Manuel. God, hold on. I gotta build my spirit.
Come on, get that hot tool out.
Get that hawk tool.
What do I always say, my friend?
Ladies and gentlemen, drink water and fuck.
Spoken like a true gentleman.
And Manuel, since you gave me the honors, why don't you end us out on this episode?
Absolutely. So, like always, we always say thank you so much for listening to the Bison Lounge, the podcast about everything and nothing at the same time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
As you just heard.
As you just heard.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Deuces.